the mediation process so that peace can return to Boko in order that residents can return to their normal lives as soon as possible. The government remains resolute in restoring lasting peace and stability in Boko. This includes enhancing the security presence, support for conflict resolution mechanisms, and deeper dialogue with all traditional, religious, and civic stakeholders. We believe that peace in Boko is a matter of national importance and that it requires our collective resolve so that justice will prevail and that we will resolve our issues by dialogue.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Maybe I think I also share in the same comment. I think in fact your experience and then your relevance in the media space and objectivity there. Some of us say professional. Ethics of the profession is the most important thing. And almost all the ethics of all the profession, in fact, because you're a professional, maybe you see 1 or 2, 3 ethics you see say running a cut across a objectivity. You must be very professional.
Exactly.
Your integrity. Okolayes are the same things are there.
A doctor for
another thing, confidentiality. All these things
and somewhere competence
and due care, baby. Competence and due care. And the kasani bibi brave or crana. And no na due care no. Yenyashi we aniaka. I think said the phone the lawyer kayanino. And in I think say no so na shape some of us because say we train us say yehwemo na say yetiminya akwanya yebetimi aye senior monso moye ne na
sample
and it works baby me kwabontin sometimes they feedback I tell you and I'm amazed.
EpaHoaDaben
and very refreshing for me. Remember, that's one of my favorite shows, and I'm like, because I didn't I mean, friends,
there is no agenda setting.
You see, and I can live with say genuine mistake. I can live with it. But they mean to me, live with say women say
now say
why because of one personal interest. And I think that's what is happening. And maybe but posterity will judge one day. One day, someone say, "Oh, that you know, great journalist, not the BB." It's my right. Oh, my mouth, you never confess. For me, as in, recently, because we should be guided by the love for the country.
EpaHoaDaben.
Now, I need to make a confession here. Also, TV no, and that time na wa bemu. Edika maminchia wo enchia somewhere ha ni atifo nyina wi. Nti anopa bia meba ETV BB show so. Yes. You're hot. Now what bands that's how we research because when prepare how about embarrassment. So anytime maybe a babiano I have to prepare for. But at that time I'm into us and okay, partly because we are in government, so you were holding our feet to the fire. But now we are Juma. Exactly. No, actually, and I will I think. So you continued your work, and the kind of say now me monitor and particularly that show of yours, I was always following. And you continued your work, and say we are with Jumana, you want the best for Ghana. And you continued. We said the Abahabiem. And I mean, we are now here. So you are focused. I need to commend you for it.
EpaHoaDaben.
me follow football bebree but interview a wo ye no interview dey super o interview a wo ye no ene dia wo keka no na che say Ghana still cry no to ado in the future say me analysis
na me say we interview na me pese me busa o say wan kasa na adwen na kuta o no I don't know me pese me hunu adwen be free by
oba de na de ma mi o
because question now to ma no dey fa na no shi pa say say ko be dia so no we chasing no we to free no we chasing asa na question no ntimi ntwa sama so papa nti wi me bo abaso nya mi shira
Sheikh me da se nya mi shira nyina
EpaHoaDaben.
Why you me the papa u bo adwuma pa nya mi shira
amen
nya wa hu be ye hu de ye hu wa boy pa wa boy
ma me mo abaso
me da se
me empire ne say be fi happy FM na or ko BBC
amen
because we to me put two questions I mean say yes in central juma na nya the assembly na hu awoka wo ye mu twitwi mu ansa we dey say BB edin no ya mfa ma woka nyankopon shira pa ye bo abaso ye wo ye nyina no ye monitor nyankopon so hwe timini say de wo ye nyina be di wani mama nyankopon abokwan part wani mama
so motive be
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
EpaHoaDaben.
say it again
EpaHoaDaben.
Daben.
Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Kachre China for Ghana ha. Ewo mo kasa mu se omuntie EpaHoaDaben dwumadie ewo Happy 98.9 FM so.
EpaHoaDaben
ai
大家下午好希望大家以后能多收听EpaHoaDaben Happy FM 广播上谢谢
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
And then we so the Yankopon ni a bank sia ni obo sorobo asase ni na daro ma me no mi enu tinkwamu the humo bro ni domunti enedwo the 4th of August abeto yen ye dana se ye yi na ye kamfo no na me ma won so akwa abase wa join me na awie enemy team on EpaHoaDaben dwumadie 98.9 FM. So who ye dear? The double idea say. I call weekend number. The biara da asem foforo do man anim. Aye bobo ho and then so ka ho. Osompani enimia ome ibitumpon na yema ibenya huto. Na wo fa no de na wo ye. O man chichiriye no wo ahemfa na wo waso. O se ade na awiagu. E na yesesa na ye chichire no foforo na ehin na wukura. Ehin no waso. A wo nso chichire wo ho. Adwuma na nyama mpani nko ade a wo. Ana adwuma na nya ministers ni appointees ni nko ade a. Yenso ye wo chefa wo mu. Ne kase no e wo mafa. In terms of adwene, insusuye, policies. So there be a decisions ni bi wo hodo mo a edene. And so wo so mo ye. Na yen timamufo no. Yen so ye gina bia wo man chichiri ye ni mu ni ye de. Edien na ye chefa. Ye sede ye. Wo se ye. Wo de wo dia bokro no wa adwuma mu ana. What the lazy, a juma muana. And Nankasa what time, a dear pa, now what the aye, what was sounds as me. A dear son is out. Now, what has been your contribution to creating the Ghana we all want? I know what you know. I know what Busa answer me. My almighty ye dear found home. Aya busa ho senti Ghana ni amiye me ye ne sen taxi driver ya Ghana ni awani joma ho enso fa obi wo airport a the first time wo ba oman mu experience abema no se wo ripping off obonapo obone charge a wonim se charge die koto da nsuo mu ane de bebo no na oye wi aye wo so ani atia ama. Na wasado says sumi Ghana ni Ghana for the EpaHoaDaben. And so what ni nipa ne sere no onim se oye hoho nti wo bu na fa so wo bu na fa so enti wo Ghana ni na wo ye no wo ye ne say we ought to be ambassadors of our nation. Ambassador na nyese wo ye de akote na oman bi so nko an oman na mu no as citizens we are ambassadors of our nation. We meet foreigners every now and then. You share ho every now and then. Experience men ya dema wo mo. Aya no adwendwene ho wate. Enye da bia na obadwen wo nko an ho. Aya adwene oman no ho. Emu ne nyina ye te. Ekoyo eka ye nyina. Omen yibetu mpona. Free. Entimi mfio bia je se yankasa. Enye kwasi kokko ene baba ye man Ghana ye di amaye etwame ne umienu. Se ye beti agina ye bedi etirim na ya kan a kire ye ho se ye pese oman ne yeye. Enti ne wo se ye ne wo se ye. EpaHoaDaben dwumadi ni. Memo ha. Memo akwaba. Se weekend ni koye de. Udi ni saying it was a weekend of funerals for some of us. Weekend in Sudia. Omo ni event bi akọ mo pe ba bi akọ. That the Luma Darama o mama for baby ko e. Ene penny be ha de. Oko Happy FM and social media pages ni nyina. Videos ahodo ogu ho. Amen betum pona free Obaba Facebook live no ababa join en komodie enawie kokwa akuafo na mo ho ye de kokwa akuafo across the nation boko de An announcement to be about na etemo saying and any cocoa for Bekasa. Aban announced the new producer price of cocoa. Menoka say there's been almost 60% increment in the producer price of cocoa. Also, yeah, wofa na bene cocoa akuafo na nkasa di nkomo a na yebehunu said ye wo more react to sa increment ya finance minister de abetu edwai efa eye cocoa bottle ba ko ne bo ntene me no okay. Producer price has increased from $3,100 to $5,040 per ton. Offer cocoa a ton bia kanene $3,100 and then akodu $5,040. Now oba botono antobam botono 64 kilograms there. Kanene 3,100 Ghana cedis. Ene Mampeni John Dramani Mahama buying atumu ediako 3,228 Ghana cedis. And at 75 pesos so that actually. Inti so here per bag no incrementa abano 4.1%. That's about 128 Ghana cedis. And a buying ediaka cocoa bottle bako about 120 Ghana cedis increment from 3,100 to 3,228 cedis, 75 pesos. But no craba kunso woman say cedi na appreciate no or insunsanso ewo eye cocoa prices so especially when on nane dollars neba cedi and akuafo be kire said the woman hunu asem and yet better to what Cote d'Ivoire is offering its cocoa farmers abani say and insusu mu ni say sa increment we ebe hye akuafo no inkuran na omanya hotoso wa ba mu say omo bre nya kwa omo fifire nya kwa na momu bedi eye wo mo ahoden so emfaso na boshe ben na NDC aban President Mahama de share koku akuafo de ni nyina beto nsane ni na awie na ye di nkomo also reactions to eye the new producer price of cocoa na obetimi aba Facebook live na wo de wadwen kire no aba ho no mo na ye di nkomo papa na awienso your Minister of Communications Samuel Jata George woni DSTV multi-choice Ghana they are engaged in media war. Na media war no aya war of words and akwaye minister kan we na DSTV fonso the responsible na minister the responsible and there asem na course between the Minister of Communications and DSTV multi-choice Ghana. Sam George say said the DSTV prices in it o mo packages no ne prices are so a na akwaye said DSTV for no o ma fa Ghana for fala ena wo mu bu ye kon mu charge a prices are soro so the compare in Nigeria multi choice for so edge wo DSTV 4G wo wa Nigeria for the no wo form kra enso make say Ghana cedi no ahoden che na naira no na no ikra nso so cedi na sanya ahoden kra de aka ho a obi ahwe animu say prices be ko form enso DSTV de baby agina na gino mo afi bi o mutumu na womuto omo prices mu bia exchange rate no 1 key factor omo digina so de toto womo packages no emu na omo asan so I refer to electricity ebo omo wi a they refer to transport fares and the history of DSTV price increment announcements omo ya they give reasons, and some variables here mabobosui eka reasons ni bia omugina so to eye womo packages no emu ene o he bia dollar ni gina ene cedi na tim se yakoya nim kakra yahwa ma yaka kire dwadufo nyina so obi antete ne niam so adriver for tete womo de so ne ade. So what would be the argument of DSTV when it comes to the forex Ghana cedi no ene dollar na yonkofa inyina so no we and the minister has sought to question the rationale behind the current price regime DSTV edema Ghana for wama womo an ultimatum say by the 7th of August say DSTV for antete womo packages no so a obema NCA for a withdraw womo license na omo shut womo machines ne down and they will be ceased from operating within Ghana. Kwensi ena memene de ya DSTV de response eba beto abontene ewie ye de beto nsanie ni de ato Facebook ama na yabo yado sukakọ sa statement nyina mu response a DSTV de aba and the minister himself and so the response to DSTV response no aba ewie ye betie si nyina mu na ye de ato nsanie ni but for you we yetimamu ni uhunu minister no ni posture ne saying ebi criticize Honorable Sam George say ni posture no anti-investment share investors in crime say wobo enfo musika be share oman economy ni mu ebi so aka say it's a free market economy enti sanka the best thing for buying so obey ni say obey encourage competition na anka competitors bi so aba within satellite television market ni mu esane say competition be mu a eno BT prices no down eno so ye option bi mu kan e bi say ensese minister na direct a private company say on reducing the prices because any price control regime but utie bi mu so asem o mo kan omo tie Honorable Sam George chi sane say okwa magana for omo asem ni say for far too long Ghanaians have been suffering in silence. And yet people only complain on social media about DSTV prices, but they can't do anything about it. And so, and they politician wafatu no honso say oji a price reduction at the Ghana for and wama reasons in tia ususu say DSTV for ebetimi ate a price and also Ghana for. And I mean no kase Ghana for bebre bypass a multi-choice Ghana ekoto decoders are free Nigeria because and they are much cheaper. Or more packages near the idea much cheaper. Inti adentina DSTV for a better Hama Conessa. But DSTV is also aware, some call for a top a Nigeria decoder si pa. But don't Nigeria decoder na o subscription no bet you coin, bet you multi choice Ghana. Or more rates or more the amount, and also your sample from. And we have been in baby Ujina sa DSTV and Minister of Communications. Wono dawri a womo etwe minister so okwa Ghana for multi choice for so kira enya de a womo betimi asesa sa prices nsem ya womo kan na o say untenable. They use that word say the directive to reduce prices ni untenable any whole reasons are eka ho. Where do you stand on this matter? Join me live on Facebook na emphasize enkomo enhihye so na assembly beto dwa weekend ya Metia asem in fact me ko mu a me yese me kenkan no na in fact me wanwa kakra say nti a political party etimi eheda kobo obi pa say wonye yi won prepare campaign messages a ebegu presidential candidate bi ehu efi ana na obebusa say asem na me ken asem a me ken nyina ne say ebeto dwa weekend yi say the new patriotic party amanyoko ekobo company bi pa company no Ukrainian based company omo are into marketing, public relations and communications na ebaye no ensem ni nyina ne se company no dan MPP amanyoko no eka se $280,000 contract bi omo de ma omo se omo enye anti Mahama smear campaign ema omo 2024 ba ye komo no Womuntu aka na aka $280 $280,000 was a MPP4 Edema ASR company. Now, subsequently, the NPP has issued a statement. It deny the claims of stories ahodoa ekase company need demanded $280,000 at a fee omoho for being contracted to run a smear campaign against a candidate John Dramani Mahama in the just ended elections. Yeah, the MPP statement in beto epono na yahwe. Yane party no kasama force be kasa Richard Ahiagba will join us on the lines na ye disan komwe na ye busa ensemu mu yi pa because emu awrem. Asem na nkasa he ne free buy. Now, does the NPP have any dealings with a PR company previously or abato ekoto yenimu ana? And what was the terms? And ejuma ben omo de man sa PR company. We'll get into all of this na yedisa and komoi enyinada. Oba joining me live on Facebook with your thoughts or comments and your views. Na makenka enyinada the amount. Later, so yene a Consumer Protection Agency for Bekasa regarding a DSTV and Honorable Sam George Ampasi na yene kokwe for the comment. Of course, we so we'll talk to a business analyst. Na hwese betimi analyze sa conflict, seeming conflict be a cost between the Minister of Communications ne DSTV. What should be the approach on a regular level? And near minister no ye no ne kwan offer so no ne kwan so ano no ana. What about the reasons DSTV is giving for their inability to reduce prices? Does it really make economic sense? And I'll be talking to an economist and a business analyst as well. And Dr. Nunu will join me on the phone lines as you also join me on Facebook Live. I'm going to do some community eshisha so. Oba na abo modern ama okasa no akọ straight to the point. Wachere wadwene e won sem no ho directly na yetimi anya bere ne akankan ne nyina da e de ama. Oba Facebook Live abo modern say oba identify wo ho. So that say mama yi din na mete ho na ntie keke. Brana for no betu nkomu. Masawudu Kumase Bantama. I see you, my brother. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. And send a die ye no. Oba me ma wakwaba abo din me chiao na onsemo a wode ebi nkomo na no me de nyina nso atodwama na Masawudu Kumase Bantama kasa about cocoa prices ya and then mampani dia be ya akọ nanimu yi na ose President Mahama has failed, I beg your pardon, to fulfill his campaign promise to set cocoa price at 6,000 Ghana cedis per bag. The NDC strongly was against the NPP government for pegging the price at 3,100. The propaganda they used to deceive Ghanaians has started exposing them. Ghanaians are watching regards to former KMA boss Honorable Sampine. We any Masawudu Kumase Bantama the messenger or DBA and then komono ano and send you no cocoa price increment edapono so a yeba bedi ho komo aye ne cocoa kwafo be kasa na yadwo magenkyere afasa asemu yu sa nya bia no 128 Ghana cedis ene ye dia to so dia ma omo pe 64 kg bag emiti omo expectations na anya bia no said aban no susue mu no sa increment we no e was say isi smuggling na no kwan e was say ehye cocoa akwafo no nkran na 128 cedis increment per bag no ehye wo nkran enough na we ena no mo hwe animu ana. How will this impact on omudwumedi omudie ene omo profit expectations? Oba ebedi sankomo nyina, feel free and share your thoughts with us this afternoon. Amare mfi say ewie nso ye de obekọ social media no so na ensem a trend efa amanyosem ho efa geopolitics ho ene major things a ACC ewo man ni mu ene amano ni nyina no yade a yade ni nyina ebebrew na yate asimu na yakọkyere yadwene won samba komienu miensa bi ho eno achi nso ene abadwafo bi sinkonwa na afe yate asinsemu mu ne adwenwene ho. We'll bring you all the exciting and of course insightful interviews ahodo enewe ya hyehye ede amawo EpaHoaDaben dwumadie enie emra so a memfa inkran hyesem embrewo.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Emra so say yede enkran hyesem ebre wo se de awie bia wonimu no yeba ne yeba wakwan mu se ya e wo se hye ye hu nkran de bia meka se onipa de nipa ne hia nipa na nipa nso ye de nipa nso na asem to wo a obehia se obeka biribi di akere wo enti se de etie bia ye di ahia bia da e wo se etimi boa ye ho na mmoa a memetimi di aboa wo ene se meboa na ma hye nkran menim ne wo fam benim ni abrabo no ede wo ekọ na menim konan na bia ato so but na ewie ebi a ye kasa na ye di ye ho nkomo a ebi a ye hye ye ho nkran kakra ebi betimi aboa ye ho ne yi ye ho afiri eye dontori na yakoto mu ebi a menu mienu boa ye ho a se ye hye ye ho nkran a ye betimi asesa perspective no ebi a ba ko mienu bi abete no etimi emma wo enkranhye bi emma wonya kukuduro epem kɔ ne opese wo kɔ so ene wi enkranhye sem ne sɛn mi huna asemi na ɛtɔ makoma so ena me se de bi me ne Ghana fo meche o se don't be afraid to start over teni ye pa ensuro so be hye ase foforo adenti na ensese wusuro so be hye foforo because this time you are not starting from scratch, you are starting from experience. I love this message so much. Ahimachina meni koboso and I'm so wow, this is the message obia ohia a fresh beginning ohia. This is the message for Bia Ususu say why you mistake kese bi wabrabo mu a. Wa wie kra. We a message a koba obia ni nsusue mu no ade a ato no no otsengyina ne naso a enye yie. Obia wa give ya. O say don't be afraid to start over. This time you are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience. I am pempi nsembi tutu nipa nsembi kanipa abrabomu kona na bitimima onipa susu se wawie ade we nya de metumi na esi hu biem we menka ho asem biem da ade we min ben hu biem da obi akotwere zamsa feli nti wose school no kura won na nko biem sa felu anaboni hu ama enei se opportunity fofora baso obekwa kosua de kura no wo twetwe no ho obi akwa ware bone ama wade na anye yie awade na anye yie ninti ene wose won kwa wade biem enso obema bi foforo bi aba anka ne suban ye paa anka wonte se bema ba ko no enso oba ye na adwene se esane se okwa ware bone a anko yie nti ehu bia be hye ni mu osuro so obesa atrai biem osuro so obesa ma no ho the chance to love again, the chance to be loved again. You see, and don't be afraid to start over. Emma wo yemo nhihye wo se ana emohu se obehye bribi fofrasi biem. Ne wo ye ya wantimi no, emehu mo se wontimi san emfa wo san ka biem. Oho, esane se ene no wakobi ehunu se ne ne etie. Enti ehu bia ni ho biem. Ene wo hyasia foforo a na wo hyasia not as a novice, not as obia onye mature, obi oni experience. This time around, oh san komu biem with an experience. And sa suahunu na wanya ne previously no, eno na wo se eye wo fapem. E wo se epusu wo na hye wunkran ema wo san e try biem. Emma situation bia nka nkyere wo se wuntimi nya biem da. Emma disappointment no matter nipa we disappoint o. Emma sa disappointment no emmo hu to the extent say unya opportunity sa de kro no be ye di yie biemu a ana be san ye foforo a obetwe hu afiri ho. You are not starting from scratch. And that is the beautiful thing with failure. That is the beautiful thing with mistakes. Who fail at anything eye mfaso. Yes. Bibia obeyese wo ya obefeli wo bibia no Mfaso sa failure no ento ntwene na no me ka kire say there is a huge blessing in every failure, in every misfortune, and in every mistake. And only yesuahunu no yemfesi kanto. The lessons we learn from failures and mistakes sika bia ntimi nto. A huge asset emobi biara. Eno ntina obi eti no osan kwa animu biemu a wontim biem. Nanso ne wo ba be hyase foforo no otimiti oni the benefit of experience. Today it is my encouragement say sa family na wo hyase na anya yie no go back to it again. Business na wo hyase na anya yie a ena bon hu wanya sika pa wunya yanka besa hyase biem. Nanso na no experience ni nti abon hu so besa kɔ hu biem. Ma experience no enye wo nkranhye. Lessons in your nkranhye. Go back again. Because this time around, you are not going as a novice. You are not going as a Nino. You are going as an experienced person. You are starting from Bebia. Onipa bi ba beti ahwe wo ho. Wo wati ahwe wo ho asore. Ewie mami hye nkran. Emme bribie mu abamu abrabom. Emme bibia discourage you from starting afresh. Emme bibia discourage you say ade a wantimi no besa ka akoso biem. Enu ti na ade a kyew. Ne wantimi nra no. Wasan ma ade a kyew na a opportunity to go back to it again. Go back to school. Go back to that project. Go back into that relationship. Give yourself that chance. Na sa chance no woman ho a na be hu say ye anka ma ye me ho. Kame ba be masa be ma we kwasi ampani we oba we a wonwene me ho ono ade ode ye minti anka me ba be hwere ma de pa bi ni ehu eye manipa no ehu ma wade pa hwerew ehu e ma wade pa hwerew ti na mpanifo ka se wo se opusu nunumu a na otene kankan nunumu na si wa wontene sento na momo no wote na opusu onsam a oposaposa e na beti nunumu. Dare to try again. Dare to start over again. And you will succeed. Nkran hye semwa ewie ye de abrewo enonoma we hye nkran empusu na empeja wumfiri baby a wakọ akọhye no ne sangina wona so ebiemu na enche na trending news any stories ahodo a etwaguo no ye ne wo ba beche ye de we will bring you that in the course of the show na ye de nsem ni nyina bra na me ne wo kasa awie yi so wonim sa kwatia NDC4 ye primary so akwatia me ne wo kasa yi omo ye primaries den wono ba be candidate obekọ into that by election. We'll bring you more. Ewasa ensem nyina ho. Stick and stay with us. Me dane me ho akwaba after this motivational message. Me kwaba ye betie si nkomo foforo mu. EpaHoaDaben dwumadie ni.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Every Nyantini, Ecosin Ro, every Habain, Ed Conqua, Ghana bibidro di tumi sorry ahwodene ene no kremu ebre no dro say ye di Ghana Herbal Conference a die di kan kra ebro dwumadie yi ebeba so November bosomene da etoso aduonu ekopema aduonu mienu ewo Prempe Assembly Hall Kumasi asemtitra eda dwumadie ne so ne Harmony in Herbalism, Balancing Tradition and Innovation. Bra, na bahwe akwan ahodo a ye bibinro na hunenu ahodo a yayo ewo Ghana ha na ne adunsifo akukudan ene wonom a wo ye bibinro mu hwehwemu eni nkoma ehun hia sa adwumadie yi wonom amaso yasene amiade bramo eye the Ministry of Health, Traditional Medicine Practice Council, Food and Drugs Authority, Center for Plant Medicine Research, ene Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. Bomodia na kwa be fontin tankese ne so www.ghanaherbalconference.com and also frey 0202-222-095 na register sesia so pese obeda wunru ahodo awayo edia ana opabia obetimi di wunru na sie ewo dwumadie na sia bomodia na frey yo 0202-222-095 de yachi ewo at Herbal Conference ewo abefontin tankese ne so kwankwanu ase eho nyina Ghana Herbal Conference, our roots, our remedy. Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa, nanso usike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kresika na udwumadi a wudie, wonmo a wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo ewo bra bode emfidie a esefata edi dwumane dia. Ene ha ho kura. Izanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Frey. So studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betimi dibia famo. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi udwumabie a wo pese otwe egun homa so. Frey. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu ewa kasamfoni so. Frey. Documentaries, frey. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Frey. Why nyom na pese oye nyom no ho akasamfoni a. Frey. Jingle, IVR, any voiceover production, freying, short and long film, freying. Yetete phone humanie 0242-755-323. Ana 0302-254-858. Ana sa hwiechira kwan. Yewo Asylum Down, ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
98.9 FM, EpaHoaDaben Jumedi. Welcome back. Many thanks for joining us this afternoon. Now, within the new Patriotic Party, Mubakaim said, Bosumi Muna MPP for the more National Delegates Conference to share. So, my party necessary aspects of their constitution. Now, subsequently, I've been trying to find out near course within the party. Amendments are so far how is it resonating with the rank and file of the party? Delegates for and a rank and file no so even though delegates for no so can rank and file no wana womu enye delegates no doso na delegates kakra ne could decide we community saying within the party. Now I want to move away from Accra. There be a na say the Accra no krokesi mu no Accra Kumasi no na ye environmental test.
Happy FM,
when it comes to 98.9. Pese me bowura me nkobu no mu ho kakra na me nkohwe said the party no mutie after surgery mudi and also seek to find out from this young man his plans for the future in terms of the MPP. And then come obi nso ekokoko so no me ahwe ne yedi na ye de san komoni nyina besene. With me in the studio, Abukari Yakubu, Brudona friend of Baba Amando. We sure say the Baba Amando no obutirin ko hu nipa kro. Oko Sunyani East constituency of the NPP udi mutintiman pa oye member of the communications team ewo ho na. There is one major amendment MPP for koye in to their constitution. So amendment and say communications directors na kaneno ye bo mudini de ama wo appointment but oma kwasakra emranani amene opeso ye communications director am MPP or say to so aba
Happy FM 98.9
emo ha
Mejos munya
boko de
emi ado
hu wache
aja ye ho
on time man kan
meba
sa eni oba da do wesia
I lost track of it, yes. Some chi ya na ya meba me lodge you.
yeah, I'm packed.
Ana ya ba na do ho sisa no. Na ehwan ya.
Adwuma no. Say me kra medu ya na say no ma me frɛ me nua say fa me frɛ mo na me engage. And again, me constituency communications officer.
Okay.
Yes.
Na mati say so pɛ director na nka say di.
Nyame ya adoma no me
na some mo dey na officer.
Officers.
According to the constitution.
According to the constitution. Currently as amended.
Okay.
We have the officers of the constituency.
Okay.
Constituency
but
officers.
Before the amendment,
no officers, but at national level, they shall be called directors.
Okay.
It is the same as today.
Okay.
Apart from national directors, down Nara, officers, including polling stations, because we are quite polling stations. So my vision is, see, I'm a officer for the constituency.
Okay.
In charge of communications. My vision is to see the New Patriotic Party under the next government of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I'm a Bawumia boy.
I see.
Yes, and there's no two ways about it. I've always said this.
Won't it affect or plan to become communications officer?
I am ready to sacrifice my position for Dr. Bawumia.
I see. If
at all it will have any ramifications on my becoming the director. But I think it will not. No, because I see a future with Dr. Bawumia. He is the future of this country. The ideas. My dream will not do. And so, if I want to assist him, now me pay penalty, why don't I do that? Why don't I do that? I have to do it anyways.
Now, so, conference party no saying, especially when you move out of Accra, is saying after the amendment. Amendments ne meet party rank and file. What more expectations are now?
Yes,
there are more grounds.
Yes, for example, one would say, Kanina Yen Twaba for directors of communications. Appointed me as constituency communication officer. So Yami Adoma ye be punona and I say party ni be akwanya me call for regional communications officer.
Okay.
So that I can reach out to the region.
As amendment in a be kwanya
pa. Now Kanina amendment number now there was a lot going on. A lot. Because so sharp. Now amendment fin e won kofobo. Mufi say delegate system no wrong to some extent.
Okay.
Intina a man for a proposal a lot of reforms. And on a make our conference. And with those reforms, Roma, we have been able to look at it from perspective of addressing largely all the concerns.
Happy FM 98.9.
Polling station level. Nanka ebimusu say yama, how do we call it? Yama modern polling station, old polling station executive number to be. But the truth of the matter, I say, and I wouldn't sit here to, if you like, be economical with the truth. Database for all our polling station executives from 1992 easy to come by. Because back 1992 now computer system but this time around we have the computer system.
Okay.
And no there we couldn't meet it. But the INS say expanded electoral college from 5 at a polling station to 7. Now the children say you're chairman, woman organizer, youth organizer, and a secretary. An organizer ankasa. You assign the 2 become every polling station. All the 2 become obenya elections officer and an electoral officer. No when communication officer. Oba polling station. Electoral area and so yeah, some and could be this time around. You can't call yourself a coordinator for after the amendment to the area. You need coordinator be.
When the polling station coordinator.
You need electoral area coordinator.
More than
what we have is an electoral area executive committee.
Okay.
Led by the chairman, the secretary, the organizer, and communication and electoral officer. 5. Sadia Baya we can have a meeting because Kanino electoral area coordinator meeting as a unilateral meeting. And the constitution then did not prescribe say after him meeting after meeting. It was solely on him. And then it's about Kuniwa, of course. As a committee there, Mubenya room, Namodi Ide say chairman you can still call when you have a formal quorum.
nti ɛno nso yɛde aba hɔ nti sɛ wohwɛ at the polling station level yɛmfa polling station na ɛwɔ 10 everyone say electoral area na ɛwɔ 10 polling stations 10 times 2 nipa 20 na bɛka ho plus 5 that is electoral area na sɛ yɛde 25
98.9
sina bata masi nti abie mu so where the systems is here abie mu by 40%. Ebie won so na external branch no omu ni representation kasi be on national council. Now we've given them representation. Even at the national executive committee level, we've given them that opportunity. If you also cry now share TESCON patrons no omu ni voting rights at the delegates conference. For the first time this particular arrangement and as a conference, I addressed that particular
patrons.
No, patrons.
What about the executives?
The executives, the president to represent.
Okay.
First, a delegation from within TESCON, and then you specify and say the president of TESCON should represent that institution. Then a patron, one patron from each of the
TESCON
accredited institutions in TESCON.
Okay.
Nti ɛno nso abie mu ɛwɔ hɔ ama
two nso afi hɔ.
Yes, two nso ayɛ dɛ aba. Already now one because I TESCON representative, but this time the ama president and the yakoi patron.
So no other person than the president they beat me akoto aba no.
Yes, the president. The president didn't even call the internally we can make arrangements so that delegate here fair enough. But the president is the one who has been selected for this particular progress. Ebie won so constituency officers are former. Every former constituency officer since 92 and the data.
Eba ne say na more data for that. Na mo nya data for former polling station executives.
We are looking at about 36,000 to 40,000 polling stations across the country.
36,000.
Oh, Shebia 5. Like I told you, 1992. No, Udiabra recent ones and they are but you don't have it. I connect. It won't to me and to a cake.
Send your evidence so in a Fabra name to me.
Those days and there's evidence in a way.
But keep putting in the records.
Now, you shut down let the Yasa constituency communications. Polling station. Those days. A bedroom maybe on me. To the best thing is say I'm avoiding and our constituency no more saying 17. Can't you go back to 1992 and get 17 people from every constituency? 275 constituencies. Can't you do it? I know the between, but I don't know address the eminent problems you see. I have my inclusiveness now. Beyond which, every former parliamentary candidate, the PC, parliamentary candidate, be a better conference. Every former parliamentary candidate
and a former MP,
better be,
and a former
parliamentary candidate. So if you were fielded on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party,
now when we
a former parliamentary candidate, you vote.
And a former MP, and at the sitting MP,
you see how beautiful it is.
What is beautiful about it?
It is beautiful to the extent that you say no all inclusiveness. Those people no. When we need election, we be no. And then whether or can be
Happy FM 98.9.
He'll be active. She will be active. Until you can't go and say someone can say, me need voting right. Until you want to cry in a bad thing. You can't do that. Until just the inclusiveness, and let me commend Justin Kodia from Nanabi. The General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party and the national organizer. Arguably, Omona so pretended over one of the most robust and historic reforms in our party. And it is evident. Look at it. You can go back and check. All these reforms are making now. I'm was soon cry out the coming. I be young people. But I can see say you are wearing the smile. Can any ever can? I be a studio. You are now come was no. They say there. You see, you're smiling. Clearly, they listened. Sanka, out of fear, so may lose seats. I may lose some position. Make Marcus said I be young skew scene, but. They are thinking about the welfare of the party. Joe Wise was the chairman of the committee. Nana B. Henry and Abuache was the assistant, the vice chair. And one of the best, you saw what transpired at the conference. And to all these reforms, now, Council of Elders, Kanena Omuni Abato. So at the national level, conference level, constituency BR 5, regional BR so 10.
Council of Elders.
Yes.
So, Council of Elders are more regional and constituency levels.
Constituency be
can no money voting right?
No. At the National Delegates Conference, they didn't have it.
And then no money benya voting.
Only 5 and 10 respectively. No more
10 at the national.
Yes, at the national class, at the national, all of them will be inclusive at National Executive Committee, or National Council.
Okay.
Yes, but yeah, form no. No,
Regional.
be crowd with constituency in the regional. No, money be crowd. The Council of Elders say, "Yeah, decision be about no. This time you have a say."
To what extent in our amendment we best assembly be or party and a DNS?
Almost say, see, I'm in Okase. Pray me, I've gone to the grounds. You say, I call form no. So, we've started engaging under Chairman Bartholomew Nathaniel Inco.
Okay.
We've started engaging and we'll be going a bit common, even though Chairman or Dame may prepare concise, if you like, description of what transpired.
Okay.
So we'll be a bit me a audio that they attach here. Now we are going to them.
Okay.
Feedback from what we have given them. Obia present and
Happy FM.
Very sure.
98.9.
What can they tumu huana?
No, again. No, far from it. And that is the foundation of it. Omunyina ni agye fi say ya tie omusufre. Na kan hu say parliamentary candidate bia wakotena ba bia na wo so wonya adwuma no biem because ye mfre ne biem. Say our voting right. Je na che say o meya adwuma. Former MMDCs in since 92. It means that they will be part of the decision-making processes. And I won't show you cannot maltreat them anyhow because if you go to them, they will show you matter by their TL. So you see the expansion. So the party is more involving now than ever before.
So you have improved on inclusivity
significantly.
Very well.
Yes.
One of the expectations of expanding your electoral college.
Yes.
To deal with the issue of monetary influence.
Yes.
Or elections. To what extent NSI expansion we best sense because
monetary influence
numbers now as much as a number
40% number.
Yes, but usually say bet me a discourage or more induce votes.
I believe so.
It shouldn't be a big deal for be our one no power.
And your family no more being so sick where boniana. Maybe so senior.
NSI has the potential to influence Obi.
I agree. No matter
more, as a party,
I agree, but I understand. Say when nani yesterday they discourages idea. But me, I don't believe that money can buy my vote.
That is you.
Yes, and a lot of people that have gained, it can influence them because all this kind of man, I just in a box now the other day. A man for baby TSK or Ghana how am losing elections? So I'm a big great campaign. I agree, but you see the balance. But by expanding it will mean that you need a very, very robust budget. And you go for a more million fair.
It was the same argument when it was about 5,000 delegates.
Oh, but at that time,
Muachivu this very sentence, I can't see a ring pie in my mind.
Yeah.
Say, you expand the idea to 5,000 here. It will be difficult to pass. Will be better me.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But my yama
abroso, I agree.
To where the
the 40% of account. So because our budget for 5,000 people, you have to increase it by a certain amount. But we were trying to get to even class and them, because senior with respect. Ultimate BM Krama Ghana phone now, but to be Krana still people can influence the money. True of it.
That's possible.
Ablekuman no for NDC isn't the regional minister. Or Major Ankasa say 12 vote I must want to be and so I am of the view, say, electrician on there was say answer na ye invite this car, obi always car, and you bring it. No matter the number. But me, Dr. Baobia, I didn't mean Jumano. Oh, from a peck, as I mean, Jumama, Messi or Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. In this over Chambi, that's how they influence me. We will Chambi because all they older me. So I declared my support earlier. Say, but Dr. Mazil, Obinsu by any day separate. Obinsu won't because of SCA. But I can assure you, we know the Opo mathematics now. A bit discouraged to some extent, but and that is the truth. But because we are improving on every aspect.
So the strategy could be influence influencers.
If you like, put it that way. And I like it anyway.
To manage your budget.
But I still also think that the purpose for that expansion was not necessarily to defeat ABI monetary ABI.
It was one of the cardinal reasons.
I understand. I'm saying not necessarily to do that. But the motive was to expand as much as possible to include the contribution of the party from the grassroots.
Ususu says, I mean, the feeling of Menkahubi. Oh, I can't be now 2024.
It played a significant, really. It played a significant role because me for me, I toured my region. I was sharing videos from my constituency, other constituencies, and
Happy FM 98.9.
so yeah, to about the
EpaHoaDaben.
Tell Obe kasa pacho me de mmerani duru ona me wo mmera makoto. Obi kra de be kasa bra ha ho ngoto.
I see.
Again, this is forcing us to have a database, a comprehensive database.
How so?
For targeting of our members.
How would this?
I wouldn't go deep.
Oh, why?
But for future, inshallah, there will be targeting. Inshallah, but I wouldn't go any further than that.
They will be targeting.
Yes.
Who will be targeting who?
The party will be targeting that database in the future.
But sir, some Crawford your party for that.
And I mean, will be
they are either current executives or former.
That is why I said I will leave it that way. Meaning, say you are smart and so you understand.
Oh, I want to understand.
You have understood it, so it's fine.
I don't.
The American say we need a database as a new patriotic party, a comprehensive. You see our database, but that database is a sebi etosini kakra.
Limited.
Yes. Now we are building on it to get a robust database to target our people and address certain concerns. Yes, and my participation here fair.
Okay.
And there will be an team sorry. Now we are over since 92 constituency executives here. I was Sunyani East. 7, 92, 93, 4 years, 93, 92 to be a 96, 96 to 2000. So, what they basically ne. We are looking at the streamer participation this time. Ni pano tiasem kwandia. Na ni pano ondi onye mrea. Obetimi party. Even oye mrea still on the voting right in the ekrano. So a sound mind on kwandia. So it tells you say the participation, the love of the party, as reignited. And thanks to your friend, the current administration, yes, there were mistakes. I've always said this. Ghana from Fanchayang. We did so much, but we also yes, no, we did so much for this country. We also did some mistakes that we have to acknowledge. For example, what you mean can change President Kufuor? Upon how I come in wabeji koko 475 Ghana cedis as a 2016 or connect 3,100. Ebi mo see 3 more thing yes anete and that way.
Then the daho.
Yeah, almost
by 128 cities.
Suswan power, almost correct. Almost on a call, cocoa phone, cocoa acquiaphone could eat. Roger won't say, well, more buy your money cost 6,000 at least. And they didn't. So we did something there very significant. I taught before, I was a teacher once. Senior, 2016, 60 cities in Tiakwalabi and Timian got easy. That lady, after 2017, also high school, that lady, Menena Kasayama, become a true me by na Wakana name or so on. But I went to her, I spoke to her, young girl. Nyamia by Onyaku for the free SHN or NS.
Okay, and to any positive things in Biamoye. At the end, Amoye.
Positively make a come and here. And the mobile money interoperability.
Said the whole day near the
I mean in Palma positive. See, negative the next time you bit me
negative.
Yeah, make your
was I don't know as somebody did kind a chopper.
And
Susan Cabesha said,
may come pop negative you can want them. That's a whole new. Me know because mobile money interoperability. And ne open our bank. Africa, we've been rated number 1, West Africa, in terms of financial inclusion. World, we are competing. And they need the largest country with medical drone system in the whole world. They supply medical, your friend is saying, materials. In the Aminoka say, Ghana can look at where it is taking this country.
O se Ghana for MPP for born in Chemu.
Me can ye no mistakes ye ni bi na me catch the.
Send them why ye dey mo hu de Euro 2024 ya. Mo ton ya.
Ba and then go for Ghana for anto. And now be tough and the cocoa button is saying. And now be
cocoa bottle also tell me.
Now be to.
E dey any dey na Ghana for
among us free
born in Chemu ho.
Drape me ba drape ya dey buy. Drape no man pam ko for mo nyina.
Sa ban foforo bia about
correct. There be drape na enu no apam ban bia ko drape was not there. District improvement project.
Mo ye drape ansa na mo sorry.
So ye na ye dey buy ba mo pam obi a.
E na me ka say sa ban foforo ba da bia e pam ko.
Ba me kire say we dey omo dey the 24 hour na buy some buy no saying 3 shifts. What is about me the 24 hour 3 shifts bia baba apen. Enya end this aban.
Yeah.
Na 3 shifts dey ba na obi a teacher ni. You see a man appointment is for due process. We so still a watwam.
Una claim self a due process mo abai ne say am for
due process. No, they are in court.
So
until court in Bekano, I mean, we don't just give appointment. I'm be a porter, and I know I'm be a porter in 2024. Kopim so move through the processes. Abai twem PMMC and now mind go board. And run to more way than as some of people mu na go find this for NIP National Entrepreneur here. Erika je wan pon mo nyina mfa ne nkrofo
nsa no de enye wan mu ye bi
no I am saying that ye bi na de okutu say ekopon obi on ana you do problem
some nip na mbo kritie ba mo ba ye nkrofo adi
but na me kire ne say omo at that time senior me can say me osafma for kire na dwen but to the large extent we did not implement it. This is the government through the stroke of your friend saying chief of staff ya direct saying you ni I dare anybody to produce a letter from the former chief of staff, Frema Opare, directing institution to sack anyone.
I didn't know Opangana for chow.
So, positives and idea no one.
Oh, so no one can.
Yeah, me can say. Yet not so could do maybe. Yeah. DDEP, domestic debt exchange program, affected the middle class pa anyone more we business. A poor macho, but a ne abai we a disum faso. But a poor macho say ye. But the dividend is there because and that's why Fitch grading now. Almost say DDEP is part of the reason why Ghana's economy is now relatively stable. Yeah, and
but
it is there.
But okay, so DDEP was supposed to be a solution to a problem.
No, not necessarily.
No,
wait. Yeah, critique how? Because under no circumstances now, I'm about to senior. You benya until I'm because I drew by President Kufuado.
Yeah,
me no know. Time on my buying my phone got to feel me and coming here.
COVID time now.
Yes. Because there was no productivity. A drew baby now feed even private schools will school. Private schools so not one hot meal.
Private school.
Yes.
Now
we're supplying. Oh, the COVID time, you know.
School bang.
Oh, basic schools, you know, we're giving them food, one hot meal.
I said COVID time now Kolanunku school.
No, I'm okay. Okay, say maybe no. Yeah, you want to confess some mobile. Omo samba me ko fumigate schools na so okay ama end for because you person kola nu
we say buying schools na mo fumigate.
No, we went to as high as a local me we municipal we did it ebia ho na mo nya fine but we did it but bia na school kola bia we supplied them private schools you can find out from
my supply private schools in Nuana
and me say one hot meal we did it see them say I don't know but you can verify right now online it is there. One hot meal was supplied to students in school, basic schools, you know, including the private schools, basic schools.
I don't know Ghana about Kai.
No, beyond that, Edu Babi, I see you should light free. One kasa Happy FM. Edu Babi na mutria half of your consumption, true or false?
I say chimwe
no, your consumption. Yes, say by say light bill. Yeah, they but increment by which I agree with you with my canasa. But yeah.
But mo beje mo ade.
No, yes I beje ade. Adam material moment na hu ya. Because now hu ya faso bia because people were not coming. What should we have done? We had to do the best that we could. Me no ka say Adam material moment. Se na do baby wa wonim say manfo be lay off workers through of us. Demand ebe course bi wana ye nisika de to ade. Edu baby cry buy no had to create some level of market bi won cry ha. So the ben nuane boss be den bia bode ne na sefo
no the same minister na also challenging ko for say ne maboy
no that material moment na my question no nko no it was within COVID era no we went through a lot and you know it not even crab borders land borders businesses in timin come ma edu be a block aerial borders friends say lockdown completely Now, a nation that goes into a lockdown, what do you expect? But we had to protect you and your children. At that material moment, we were still taking care of your children in school. Yes. Yeah, DDEP. We did it.
My children were not in school during lockdown. Nobody was in school during lockdown. You didn't spend money on any Ghanaian during lockdown.
It's not like me say COVID in the mono. We had to do all this. But
you are also aware, sir, COVID brought a lot of money to your government.
A lot of money, senior chief. Oh, World Bank country director,
including Uganda.
But the issue is that government expected a lockdown. Maybe more. If I'm the country director of World Bank.
Every day.
Oh no, not every day. I agree with you. I agree with you.
But when you create the impression, it's
not sad.
That will be simplifying the issue.
No, I have mentioned say feeding you were challenging, you can go online and find out. Say even private schools, we fed them.
And for the first time, if you fed people, it wasn't like you were feeding them daily.
But
one of it wasn't consistent. It wasn't a daily thing government was doing.
No, wait. As far as the lockdown, a number of days it take and a few times it me interval. But a bus schools already are private schools. Me say na a daily one hot meal, and I challenge anybody. I bet my online it is there. And yeah, no so productivity new. How much were we losing? Now, Sikan said World Bank country director catch a parallel report to catch say. One implementing Sikanaba yasa bada Ghana abamuna Ghana now decided they were part of it in implementing Sedebeya Beding, Yababuama Sikana Ding, Akoni Pao. A Juba be crony measures and might be more support to small, medium scale enterprises in this country.
Ghana from born in Chamusam DDP by.
Yes,
and I didn't be.
A Juba be no more calling on reshuffle. I think we didn't listen very much. And also my own say bia na ye post channel MP. We apologize for not listening. Bia unso edu baby yan kasa ye grassroots. Juma ye create ye no was significant. Juma peldaku fo
anya bi anye.
Ebi munya bi anye. But adewe mamenkana in the next regime of the MPP.
Happy FM.
EpaHoaDaben. Unso kan
Wallahi temi.
EpaHoaDaben.
We are panyini. Na woton adwuma. Sada no Ghana enko mwa.
Ada emra mo ho na motonton mpanifo ni bi.
Maka we me say in the next MPP. Wallahi ani enka mechi atum. How dare you?
Na motonton adwuma.
Menka say ye tonton adwuma. Meka asema to ho.
Eni adan na wo. Na asebensi dade wo bo ho kokko.
Bibia timisi. Bibia sede bibia timisi wa woni.
Dabi ni okay, ni okay.
Bibia timisi.
Sa kokkobo a wo boi. Eye kokkobo a ejida na esi penso.
Me say bibia timisi.
Ebia na ba ya.
Me say
ebia wo sa kokoi.
Me say ebia
emaburu na nya adwuma nya.
Bra me say
because penifo bi ton adwuma no.
Senior. Me say in the next MPP regime wallahi nobody will dare. Makasi. But they make can say. One more brain no. A do baby, a bimu be ko appointee bi
98.9.
Treatment how the man of be free one. Na na ba mabu. Onko ye party adwuma bi. And so going forward, and that is why we are going to be particular about it. Wa ho fama e dey here. Because a safe vote papa sa so man no.
Intimibo MPP ni NDC mpanimfo.
Emfa compare omo de komode.
Baby, we tie me question na bo hu ni ntia.
Ene we are be come
MPP ni NDC. Mu nyina ye de oman ne hyem nsa depending on period that will be winning elections. Masade ne se wo se mo kyekire oman ne nsa kyewe se babu no bia benya adwuma ye. Inti adena mu ntimi nkyekire oman emma emabunu nya adwuma nye without relying on a party. E wo se me kumi huma me party ba power ansa na manya adwuma party ne ba power ekura no mpanimfo a opportunity beto ho ye ba kura no mo ton ade ne mayen muntimi nkyekire oman yi emma mebo muntimi nkyekire oman yi
Emma Sade in fear.
Emma Mebuni nya adwuma anya without saying say me na mabra ma party about power.
When you say you seem tobacco no. Say yes hard and say you be a portals. Every institution open so pay adwuma ya na online. You did not value it. Go to the education system.
But they send a man for ton slots.
Oh, slots in specific places in the meaning, but I will not tell you. But the issue is that by a mainstream Jumana Canada, Bank of Ghana, everything, everywhere, no more be online. Your party for issues with the system.
Because they were not qualified.
A lot of them were qualified. One tip, Prof. Etifa, with respect to Prof, was a reckless statement. With respect to him, with all due respect, Papa no me pay. But it was a reckless statement. Say, Nanado say. I'm for party for Mumbai. We paid for it.
But that's why the president's catcher.
But we paid for it. A bill. Yet now some mudi to be to say LGBTQ. Refi.
Happy FM.
Kruma almost say President Kufu don't know LGBT. Me boy Sam George Wanga. Oh, Eddie, and I want guy. Oh, so you on a bow, or so on a bow, ne, or Muhammad Timako UN Security Council. It may recuse Ghana from voting against the rights of LGBTQ people. Near Transiama, South Africa for me, Lu and Ru Abegina, the Independence Square, such a sacrilege, and people are quiet. The clergy is dead. Media for me or Mawu. Mnanchere Bajaya video Afia Muhuano. So Monswa declare independence for LGBT community. La ilaha illallah.
You had the opportunity to nail this by say President Kufuor I sent it to.
No, I sent to what?
I sent to the bill.
The current law. The current law
technicalities. You had the opportunity to nail this.
No, I don't have a problem. But I'm saying the President Kufuor believed, and I also believe the existing law does not even allow LGBT. Unnatural carnal knowledge. You know that it is sitting in the law.
Yeah, but it goes beyond unnatural carnal knowledge.
No,
LGBT is a broader
I don't have a
concept.
I understand, but I'm saying, we had an opportunity to nail it.
Yeah.
President Kufuor is gone.
Yeah.
Why would the people, the proponent of this particular bill, sit down aloof for criminals like Louis and Rui come and stand on the very land?
I declare criminals.
Or they are criminals in the first
crime have they committed?
LGBT people are criminals in this country.
What crime have they committed?
Because we, in our constitution, anything associated with LGBT is criminal.
Then you should have advocated for President Kufuor.
No, I don't. I'm saying, say.
No,
President Kufuor. I've always said it.
Sent to this.
No, I've always said it. Nipa no de buy no. You are dodging it. Nipa no de buy no. When you kwanya with UN Security Council, President Kufuor do kura ko asore ko katira wo se onyin tumu cha LGBTQ. True or false?
It's opportunity pass one yemra.
Onye mra na dey. E buy ya na Richard Sky, right? Richard Sky, tomo we na Richard Sky so they court. President Kufuor do reserve the right to say okay, every court onya the emra. And now amba, you was 7 months. LGBT nipa na or di animu your friend Sam George.
Are you aware the bill is back in Parliament? We are aware.
Led by Reverend Tim Fojo. This time on a lead proponent, right? I'm aware of it. Even Honorable Abansman.
But he was part of the.
So I am saying, say, under no circumstance, in the was here, must have the NBC. Okay, say maybe crowd there was an issue. News be say LGBT phobia crowd, dime be or Mako Geno on Kahaba.
Aye.
Police from Kwanko clamor down on them.
Yeah.
But under President Mahama, and you also know, in 2013, an article written by Andrew Solomon under the heading, In Bed with the President of Ghana, published in the New York Times by Andrew Solomon, the world-revered LGBT advocate. In fact, my first coup d'etat, he mentioned Andrew Solomon not less than 5 times, giving him credit for the work he did for him. I'm only saying. My point is that DNC President Mahama Kwai say under what circumstance and a security zone to say Independence Square, there are cameras there. We allow people to do this here. Kwame Nkrumah Ghana. God. And these are the people that stood and told you and I, say President Kufuor before.
Baba Mando, say
so sa throw when you na bi account yet Nkrumah na okunya tabla kwa e ka say one more be am for private jet no before private jet over resign.
Yeah.
What line?
Otim.
And ne otumo yina chi wasa ko sha America for bufu. Ama ma revise your visa stay from 5 years to say
3 months.
Me that say, oh, we are so quite. How's that video? Matthias was all go US 3 months.
When I made me continue Manco US, I be one.
And I make me no casa say. And they on one casa. Impossible. One must increase some of the levies on it. Trump, I am nanu ya. Don't be until Okuja to. Does it really think so or any patch me? A man like him, I no car said there's no way. So about allow more be use private jet. Empo on a foreign affairs minister. One on arrange the first private jet. Nana. Amanda by.
And you win who evidence
no,
arrange it.
But how can no foreign affairs? When it comes to foreign affairs, it's a good too. The woman was not in our jurisdiction. She was outside. So there was no way she could have come back or gone out without the expert knowledge of the foreign affairs minister. And that is the fact. That is law. But the man can say, Okujato, and Neya Menoka say, or a nipa de senior, that's what Tiabaimu. I brought Katsero. As about resigns will be to private jet.
Baba Mando, my main kinka messages kakra on Facebook. Na mibusawo one key question. Na mekoba yebeti sisa enkomono emo. My main can call your WhatsApp console. No, so na me a few of the messages are by in This one says that, Bibi, okay, so Paul Amenosoji, I will go to Facebook now. I WhatsApp on Kasana no Shedodo. President JDM and the NDC say are the future of Ghana of Ghanaians. NPP never again. He continues to say good afternoon, BB, and God's protection for you. Masaudu, I think I've read your message already. Michael Ajano say when live Kwabenya say NDC appointees should remember the grassroots. We are suffering.
Where you are?
Piaga say Bibi, your motivational message was powerful. Thank you to my brother. Husseini Adams.
Happy FM.
I'll say good afternoon, big brother. I'm watching you live from Ashaiman. I greet Joshua Kamba and Oliver Kevo. My name is Champion Husseini Adam. Masaudu, what's the message in Ababim? Now let me see what's on WhatsApp here. This one says, Bibi, okay, I think it's this one. Bibi, the MPP man is just blowing hot air. They must go back and learn from their mistakes and humbly appeal to Ghanaians to vote for them. But this patapa apology won't far. Okay, one for the uncle. Next time, do so for me. This one says that Michael Okine. Bibi, I am surprised that the NPP still has voice to speak today. Can't they see what John Mahama is doing? Could they have sustained the CD this long when they were in power? What a shame. NPP, go back home and do your homework. This one says, Kafui says, Bibi, as for NPP, they can talk and talk and talk till thy kingdom come. But we have a mandate to deliver the Ghana we all want for Ghanaians. And so they can shout all they want. We are focused on delivering. Dr. Atoforsen has done it again. We have increased cocoa price for our farmers. Hooray. Okay. This one says that Bibi, Baba Amando wants to be communications officer for his party. So he must scream and shout to win the heart of his party people. Allow him to feel free. They will show him his smoothness level.
I'll win.
You win.
I'll win.
Into Buno East.
Buno region.
Yes. Communications officer.
Yes.
I'm an NPP. I'm a
Yes. And I think I've worked for it by the grace of God.
Okay.
And Bono people are wonderful people.
You are the current communication officer
for Sunyani East.
So
I am.
You see no call.
Me kosro. Na matimia som because paibo. And no moon crying share.
Okay.
And I'm a vision.
So meet me
and I am not going for that elections.
Okay.
The people are sending me.
So a politician biaka.
Maybe they say I am not going for that election. The people are sending me because in fact, I am one person who does not wait for resources before I wake.
Okay.
And that is my principle, foundational principle. Mayor communication officer, you can ask the party from national to regional. Trying will be, even though we lost our seats for the first time, but here make us a lot of them quite be or cry. Necessary, yeah, now can not be the inti. Me and I call rounds, videos, the media. I was doing it on my own, and I write and I publish too. I write articles every now and then on behalf of the party from the constituency. Me try mo be instructor me say we answer my me who say papa nko ade me, and I think they know omunim. Oko region now be say obia, and I can tell you say me pe nyame room according to feedback and I me throw me articles we na me the tree asan so explaining say the be me maame on so village be be nya biati and I shared across
na tree ni bebre take but bebre so ntimi nkan.
I know until I make us a bebre ntimi nkan bi won but audio no let me tell you I did
the audio kan.
Yes, me the audio no kan. I did that survey because first no some throw we are this omo a omutimi kan no mo kanti me we na me the content na ba na my audio they are attached.
Okay.
And it's the same. Na my idea in the best way I can. Most of they say cause am more friendly more of typical of down. Most of be from me free na me network crying by my till audio abrante me that say. Let me nim say na ekọ. So I think that I have a lot to offer. I want to rebrand the communication department. I don't see why as a polling station executive you don't have 2 active social media accounts. I don't see the need. And this time and age, if you leverage on social media, you can get 70% of the people. Maybe my man and papa mo TV mo TikTok. So your mother should be there, right?
Yeah.
TV there when. She say the TikTok no more so because more entertainment one on my back your friend saying politics no more. So if you want to target the people of Ghana today electronically, don't joke with it. So I intend to find that pool, God willing.
Okay.
Now I must spread it to meet every nook and cranny of the society. In this I mean 265 communication officers at the polling station level. Me 34 electoral areas. Me Capsunian East na me count. But the core region we're looking at about 2,000 plus.
Okay.
Now will be our target to active social media account. This strategy, I think I shouldn't give it to the NDC. So I'll work on it. They know.
It's on air.
No worry, I didn't conclude. The master stroke is there.
I hear you.
God willing. So
it was said, even Yamrana more power said, the comms department was not really resourced. We had 98.9 rumors of complaints. Even Musiria College Nibi had issues with a moi party, also the boa monomutimia communication. It appears to be one of the departments.
You break it down,
a break it down, pa, and resources time pa. How are you hoping to work? If work has said own train resources and some.
But still I will depend on it. But
you will need resources.
I will need resources, yes.
This time around you are going to be elected.
Yes.
Until almost two Obama will have high expectations.
Exactly.
But this is a department resources in time cohort. Obey anything.
For the first time I heard Toswabano, I want to believe that one of the ideas I said that we can target it. We say I point to a different from say Obama. I'll have the leverage to speak, to fight for the resources. Here my communication officers at the constituency level to work. That should be my duty. Because and in China, obisa part of Makas, obisa sroa, me say, me free humble beginning and me go so by me do baby. But me come adre. Respectfully. Me nim the entire communication director. Me nim the entire na be sim the means of transport and for more. But a series, meaning difficulties are not current administration is facing. I wouldn't play an ostrich to this. Meaning difficulties are not current party and no crack can be. And as our reforms now for the first time in our history, the national chairman will be the what? The leader of the party. Or by the leader of the campaign. These were some of the things that limited the activities of the national executives. You see what I'm getting at. This is saying the party now have full authority to execute its campaign plans.
Okay.
So no man must stand completely. No man must change. You know, also me blow hot air, no. Me blow hot air. And then I'm to mama ye be pan. Ye mbona baso.
And then why obona baso.
And then electricity is 17.5%, a 17.2% increment. Why are there? 98.9. And they were told like 17.2. Man can't change also IMF. IMF used the expression adjustment. So in April 2024, we reduced it by 6%. and in May increased by 6%. A banner saying on matum 17.2%, and then so yatum 4.2%, and the plastic materials, yatum by 7%. Non-life insurance premium a dying near you can yatum 21%. Senior, Mama Ebebre, and ufu and oba not to say.
EpaHoaDaben.
Oka for how many gallons?
Minika.
Yamebe Mauka.
Amen.
Minya inshallah and check ubedaka.
Baba Mando meda wase wi.
Baba me do we si.
Me do su do si.
Me kan do maye no.
Me time aso.
Oh me otama me da se pa na time adam me so pa ba mbisa o sisi ase and the gallon ba could be the 4 pesos in account. Insanity. And so now catch me said dollar no about 10%, 10 cedi me da say ba me ko bank am nya $20,000 am de ko yaduma bia adesa me ko about you no atoma me 13 cedis
na o cedi economy mu the dollars ko eden o the dollar cash ko eden
and omo de dollar no rate ni ba be eden
omo si ska no
me say no omo de rate ni ba eden
na there be omo si ska no be open there o ko akofa de akwakofa ne ma transfer through your banking system
with all due respect
it will $20,000 cash from the bank. They will give you.
I am not even the one speaking. Why a business community, no? Oh, my bad need FM.
I have interacted with some of them.
Now, no. Also, a corporate transfer. I can no. My buy 3 weeks, 1 month. You know, I just talk about you.
98.
That's a transfer in the bank in the Bay amount.
The Bank of Ghana. Now, who are Fiana? Dollar no one release dollar.
BOG release.
And it is a BOG from by no one apply for SWIFT, right? BOG release here because scanning you. I'm the heading. You say about chi and control bibi and to your show. Or you have a catch us at 10 cities. The 8 million. And that cement yes, I could afford the 95 cities. Asset and near me make catch you. Sunyani 115 near 120.
Oh, but the cement about 95. Cement about 95.
Cement about Ketwano. In Ketwana is 72 Ghana cedis. In Ketwa Pabi or white to be. I could afford the corner is 72 Ghana cedis. And they 85. And on Beji, and then I 85. That's cement. Remember, baby, I'm if you make a minimum baby out all day.
Me cement have been no aswati.
So now me chila will say, I go for the corner. Na e saying, Mr. Cement 112. I do baby crown one kasa or get a pa or more koya 130 me wa 130 cedis. And the now to a docono so matter so.
Docono is no 5.
And I be almost so more to docono so matter so
5 in 7 years.
Sir. Oh, now me feel something about 2 cedis.
5 in 7 years. Baby, you hey. 15 and 20. Abubakar Yakubu Medawase, Baba Mando Nyamisha, and I wish you well as you pursue this dream.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Delegates,
definitely. But Nina, no, Mr.
In Akwetiabeko.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there, but I also.
Nana Momanya primaries, any candidate. And ABC 4-year primaries.
The party went into conclave.
Okay.
And we decided on one candidate. Inshallah, he will triumph.
But is that democratic?
It is. It is part of a democratic process. We engaged all the stakeholders.
Okay.
No, we give you almost support for one candidate. So it's part of it. So democracy in your but we engaged them. But beyond that, the MPP party must be resolute. They support Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. He is our best bet, inshallah.
First,
around the last 2 weeks, I was at
where?
Boko.
Okay, no.
Yes. Mantima Farmer.
Happy FM.
I have me on 96. Coming forward, Banan Quantamantimi. Ura Mahama, that inflammatory statement, that unguarded comments, and then I did Druande. Baba, Boko for Kuam, one ferry, and on any Matono Mudi, Bama Yargan to me,
Baba Mando, Nidia Ochro Bukumuya Abubakar Yakubu. Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well. Yabedani when you call a Homano Sock with Incomo Hodon so a Kainiko Quaka forbidden Comona Yene Consumer Protection Agency for so Akasa. Na Yahweh, Sam George, any DSTV, Ampasine, will I call it Ampas? It appears to be more of a disagreement over more prices. Ebedi sound coming in that. You want to join us live on Facebook? Feel free and do so. Obana odo messages no so aka ho bi na akenkan ni nyina e de amao. Mejina we so no madane me ho. Me koba enkomo aka nyina no ye de bro. Stick and stay EpaHoaDaben ni.
EpaHoaDaben.
Big goal. Big goal. Big goal. Hey, number one everywhere you go. Big goal. For the friends and the family. Big goal. Big refreshing moment. Big goal. For the kids and the adults. Big goal. Boys and girls with a drink up. Big goal. Everywhere the party day. Big goal. big refreshing moment.
Big ol' drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Tovila Water Solutions. Tovila Water Solutions. If in a water treatment you define it. Tovila Water Solutions. Technical support for your water systems. Tovila Water Solutions. Water research deo, training deo. Tovila Water Solutions. Water dispensers, drinking water supply. Tovila Water Solutions. We provide safe water for your homes, companies, industries, communities, government and non-governmental organizations.
When it comes to customer satisfaction and professionalism in water solutions, Tovila Water Solutions is the #1 in Ghana. You can contact us on 055-2490-864. We are located at Titegu, Accra, Ghana.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Welcome back. EpaHoaDaben Jumedie Enye. Check with the time. It's just about 4 minutes to hit the top of the hour 4. About no 9 pa. Yebde enkomona kanebeba. Now I mean comfort mouse say awo ho na ye dia ma wo na se efichiriko na etwetwesia na me comfort man so herbal clinic ene dia ma wo. Ebi ana sciatica ene ha wo. Me kan sciatica na me pa kire wo to ase ntini no. Etwe wo firi wo to ase na be fa eye wo sere na chia de ba wo na ho. Bia na mo na so mu bomodin ne hwe na fakọ mansoa herbal clinic for ho na omo enhwe emfa ema wo eno achi nso se stroke ena ye issue na call mansoa herbal clinic, hepatitis ena hawa call mansoa herbal clinic. Wana asem ne se bra na omu fiu omu wo enhaban nura hodo a omo de kan yade ya mabobo so ne enyinada kankane mu amukra na eya na wo ho aye den de amamo. Doc Sebra, Dr. Nobel Sebra na few. Now he has a unique style or the few. Or no answer na be call labo krano. Na wahe wo physical appearance. Ahe wo nipadua no wanim kosua no water crema no color no o woni maybe a wo he wanim a otimi di hunu hawa o organs no eye adwuma efa. Wasebra na one few na one power draw fa ebi fama na efa sa wo yade no. We were a Mansoa Herbal Clinic for Chili Kwaya, or our new Fadama, Bombay, Washing Bay, and one or more bit me a fro monso on 0557 562 988 0557 562 988 and also over from 0555 165 797. When it Mansoa Herbal Clinic in Kasene na omo emwa wo. Eno echi e free eye Mansoa Herbal Clinic aso ya na yede ani enso echre eye dwumedie kasia ebeba so 2025 ya eye the 2025 GMA Japan Motors Corporate Run and Walk eno ebeba so 22nd September 2025 ebesha se o Silver Star Tower na yede ananti mu a yede kai osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah unim say ebeye ne Memorial Day on that day na said the etieno na make sure say dwumedie no yede tinetine ya pomu na ya sanso ede aka ye ho abomu na said the etieno enhihye ne say e wo se woto form na fele na fe ode wo ho ehye dwumedie no mu bi registration fee for individuals no 100 Ghana cedis 100 Ghana cedis and adebako a edebe hye nkwan say ene no 25% of eniema sika yenye free sa event mu nyina no eyade a yede kɔ ekwakoma the Ghana Blind Union na aboa ama wo musudwumadi a omudie no etimi akonkan ope more information and our inquiries bi abeya be frɛ 020-856-5397 and 020-678-4956. 2025 GMA Japan Motors Corporate Run and Walk is sponsored by Global Media Alliance, Japan Motors, Zen Fusion Consultancy, YFM, Lakeside Estate, Happy FM, Silver Star Tower, YTV, and a Silver Star auto mame kwa homa no so na me ne miame wofa enkodi nkomo kakra me kam wofa na me wofa ba ko pe Kofi Capito ne nyina ye de frɛ no ono eneda Consumer Protection Agency ano na sɛne ensɛm no boboba ɛfa DSTV ene Communication Minister wono entemo no etwetwe nkomo bebre na eba ebi no mususu sɛ minister no a bit harsh ebi nsusu ne sɛ company no nso so ɛfa Ghana for fala dodo eja ye na ye consumers no ye nso so yegina bia ene sɛn Opening Kofi Capito edda Consumer Protection Agency ano wadwene me wahoma no so for this very conversation of atimen camp happy suni mema wo aha
mechia tiefo nyina
na ahoden wo ho de
ahoden o
e do ba de ase
aka botom de
botom asem ne de ba bia wo fa ba bia na mamimbusa binim so de wani adi DSTV ne Communications Minister wono inkomodi ekoso a minister ma directive campaign ne de ehon response aba se ne demands ne untenable minister no e the response asan ba social media a watch se ne DSTV kan de wonte ye se na no kra ohia wo mo DSTV for na the options bi to pono so a sa options no kra no odwene ho abesi na wonte ase se wo de emaye nto yen packages ni mu ne mu ne enye sika na Brian see de beko eye amanone o se sa de na besi na wonte ase for you would the Consumer Protection Agency anymore sa ne ekoba nyina no from the consumer point of view or consumer protection point of view no it was saying
mami chair TFOBio mami kan say minister no o tumi a obitima yesa enka me fo ano so
okay
mami chair minister no o in charge of policy making NCA and the regulators.
Yeah.
Number the so no DSTV. Omo ya ankrankra adwuma. Anya ben adwuma. Ankrankra adwuma bi e new Ghana hanoma. Aban na se on to na de simple na siteku. Dem so what you say?
Metie pa.
Nemo sa aban timi ya mere. Wuntimi adie ebuo bia ene na minister na wahode a obetimi akasa na asemi ya asemi DSTV mi no makon hon toka mi Ghana for me ka mu nki awode pa Ghana for yekita pa enye minister na sem enye regulator na sem they said the Nigeria for year Mr. Brown
yes sir
ye nyina Ghana for yenum ye DSTV. Any a powerful chain, any talk bia minister not social media so I want.
Say you know boycott DSTV.
Yes, because so what to no obi to ade no want anything. Say bonus so.
But say DSTV system is such that so what you have for the monthly subscription also no when you sika wi.
Oyene. I'm going to ana Ghana for mon pese mo be sacrifice wonu ya kwakwala ta waye bi enti na wono krom de na efo no
omo boycott enti na ba na sa na
yes because when him share emre ni ho what be show mo o say DSC for omo ka say eto ene ni market nkiti a aban so no enti me hwe no aban hwe won ka wan say
yeah
na minister no minister for roads, Honorable Kwame Abuja.
Yeah.
Who's the last time I call? So accountability a year or more.
Serious, no.
Serious, no. What can I be? As I said, no. The GDC would need my country or can or say what a contractor. Now you are buying a year Juma road contractor. Now you are buying a year Juma. Or no dear. Woman cement for be akasa. If you want to be mechanic, say, was cement would be aban more than 95 cities. The city feeling because of over to Wawa, no generation. The GD said, woman cement for be Eddie home community. Now, if we are saying, I dear my dear, we have for ye diga de bruni friend is competition.
Okay.
DSTV no a competitor.
We need competition so far.
As I buy fees, Obama will be Trata and Asa Quenya. I'm also a baby. I have for change DSTV. And in Ghana for young ladies, I say, you go DSTV. You go for from. Sorry,
but while we've been there before, if Mekaya, we've had some competitors coming into that same. I think so. We had Edi Kofoya.
Star
Times. Star Times by.
Woman, saying. Messi saying for him.
Almost fi system anymore.
I didn't know. Besides, I didn't know free.
Obviously,
competition. Why? I be a what time me and me babetono. Send me for a mentor.
Obviously.
And then I just will be a meboto, move a mentor. Also, MTM Momo.
Yeah.
Any Vodafone cash. When the Vodafone cash, you free. Oh, yeah, Yentuska.
No credit.
And so I don't know MTN. Because MTN for Jumano, as well anything, Vodafone cash. You know what I say? Memaka, the minister, no, Obenya Mreda, Obetim Dia said DSC for Kete. Say, woman to swear. No support to me. Because I am for a Yamina. But when the American say, a man ben, I say a Quenya ben or no, and not to me ben or what. Obetina say, Ankran Craig Duma say, Finchina, I didn't so. Lord, I was say on so, or say 30%. Sana me tell worker. 30% from what to what? On my prices around surrounding countries, you know. Maybe they are 20 something. Maybe they are 60 something. And what's again at the area 80 PB. And now what is about 20 something and I say what is what 61. Never know what I say.
It's powerful.
It is a make say, young mom, a minister no one no one transit. No be anchored here no. DSTV say be a what a throw away so make the mark consumer for another subscribers. I'm omutia and costo. So almost one I say amount for tie and subscribe here. Who say omuye promotion? Meaning account. But the American say, Miriam, the minim so far. Meaning is a gun and rem. I buy what to me, Pia or baby, I say. Or Becca say, Happy FM. Argentina, Momo rates. A year so high. Now another station. The air so low. And you be sure say Chinchina, the Momo rate is so. I'm an quiet, sir.
In the case of radio stations, I know competition, but in the case of DSTV, a monopoly no more enjoy.
Monopoly by who? One no about no about Ejuma. Opa, who was car? Koko yebi. You ever got what you say? Say, who could you ma? So I'll be on my office and into say, on a board, but and obey.
But especially when we heard DSTV or more previous releases or more year or more they announce price increment in no they are or my whole na forex and also depreciation of the CD. They look at other variables, be to say ashentuadie, electricity and all of that. And the minister's argument in it on the score of forex in Nkwano, because a dollar now almost index or more cost no. See the nenya holding against it. And yes, sensible argument, Anna.
Oh yeah. I said and saying, my opinion say budget no more ready, you know. At first, or say Ghana and Kebenya, maybe 5 BBA yen $1 neboa.
Yes.
Senti ye de ton bibia wo
CDs.
Idimudia dollar free fa. Yena ya ma dollar amene yukruma. Woko South Africa. Maybe a DSC before a free buyer. South Africa. Woko even airport. Now ko talk a dear airport ticket. And I say we could try wo airline bibia. Uki da dollar or catch yourself a bank. What's the son? What you crew musika? Na fabreno. It is a bit to me, I say, Sanya meaning and Negana still I say CD no any new. But what crowd there be to the airport? And I said to my Habwa. Sir, you're calculating $1.
Yeah, the dollar and a calculating more.
And after not you can't dollar and answer.
Well,
oh, any money team, I mean, so, Mr. Minister, no, Samba, a man of kind. I'll bet you, yeah. No support no, because I am a Ghana. But I send you on my, and I say, Obi better or tell a Rambo. But we are Rambo, and you'll be a human move.
Wama DSTV up till 7th August. Oman Teswa, Wama NCA for revoke your license.
Me pacho any date yes.
And a 4th.
I can't read this.
Pepe.
Me pacho, and maybe the soon issue. What I say, yes. But you know, promise. I said, Yawado, and I'm a boy.
Yes, Yawada.
Yawad in the Sia. That's a NCA for Betty. I do my license. Cambodia semi basic court. And I'm saying, Proma, yeah, I have to say, yeah, the friend said, free trade liberalization. You need price control view. Nobody controls price. And a competition and a control price. Say you beg to be a better for time and I buy control prices in India. And the Indian say, oh, yes, when you say Abia on poor Biasam, and I say what town be. But if you also, yeah, also was a Maraben, who begin as well between the eye. And Maraben, I would just what they hear. Send and be a Ghana licensing regime, no. A woman said, who been to me and to Munko Drew maybe. I was MTN. Then say, ya catch almost say, one more yard. If you know, Kakrakana, a mobile business, a communication industry. To the buyer, and it said, one man no, and cost review in terms of numbers. It's only now no markano and the channel, and the tunnel.
No interference with private business, Anna.
There be, I need the Emrao. I'm running to know, and I'm running to a catch almost say, Ghana, say, and I say in the telecom businesses in the world, you know. You find a major share, and I say largest market operator. At a certain point, to me beyond a certain percentage. And then the Mrao, and I'm just a minister or Mra on country.
O proposal a way in say
the proposal a very, very obvious. Even international businesses, it would affect us. Because government is not supposed to interfere with prices. Investors' confidence a Ghana there would you seek up investment. Now what one dia a bedroom review. The better chair say there be when you can say what on sir at what. Number 2, yen Ghana for the Maka media city mimi. Okay, some more even 100 people. That's a 30%. A case you do no. Yes, subscribe to one. Omo best na call down one. Omo better so. And it's much easier than say government they get involved. Now, and insane baby. Yeah, consumers. And a macano, move it here. and then Mema, when I was in EPL. 90 EPL, no. Say, why should I do never? I should do never. You know what I say?
I said, ne bet in Tiama for her pa.
And I ain't no, because I wish I DSTV bar. Honestly, apart from EPL, I did a pan I will DSTV so. Senior was no, or may repeat. It was
and Ramadan for we say a CNN crowd news no say repetitions and
I'm ending in a BBC they said Sinicrano, yet me 1972 72 and Sinito to our bow yati. What do I want to say? And the American said, Minister no, Obenya to me be a support no. I'm an idea or no. I'm a Ghana for what to ye dear. Many yardene. Name so only to me, no better sakeke. Na make us say, yeah, what they do. That's a when to me, na nibisao. That's a your licenses. That's almost shut it down. And also Ghana for a dinner mobile.
Ten na service in your crabim.
Aha! And any hobby, you know. I said, yes, you will free. You will feel.
FM 98.9.
Well, then to you.
Not just okay.
Yes, nobody had it. Many minister they had. Nobody. But your choir, your castle. I can say, one month is one.
As consumer protection agency over the period, you know, my advice and answer, my advocate say, because of more prices in Ghana for boycott. Ghana and Tia. Who say problem near day? Is it that we enjoy the content and I say, we are not patriotic enough to stand for ourselves? We reading of Nintia at this area day.
You see, yet to chroma a individual so. And I'm saying, Mimi. It is a woo will be a need to be shocked. He made me a catch or say, Mini be into no. Size can I would piano.
98.9.
And it's a Utimun so. A shen is a babuao. Name will be a show be a cat, said Chinchina, a voluntary. Can me call DIC before. And maybe that's my
almost a day.
Almost DSTV. A luxury choice. A luxury choice. It's by force. More different packages. What is it? Go TV. And then why know. They will go out here. If you be catch yourself. At the end of our turn, a luxury choice, and to come and never go. Sabi. So, when you Mercedes, another come despite Bugatti, Bia, Obekapa.
Of Ankame Fanya Kajuro.
Thank you. There's Winnie Skendra.
And only answer.
Any luxury choice, you know. Kwame despite Owosika, and to luxury, you know, he can afford it. And Wakoto, Obisu Ferrari, Obisu Bentley. We better Rolls Royce.
We better Toyota Vitz.
We better Toyota Vitz. Who the enemy? So, and can you mudia?
Yeah.
I was saying, Ebanisa. I was saying, mass transportation. Sa Ayalulu, and now Metro Mass, and now train or what? And idiot, Yayama. I'm saying, will be at me. The same price.
Ofa, I'm from community hana me na wase ne wo bra wanya wo me ho ene metie for me.
They may try yawada. Say minister need to me e o licenses. No mo stop we djuma ya. Na ga Ghana for ene na mo pa. Mo me fa ne sa. Na mom ye nyina entrance. Ye ne abobo. Ye tie di o mo ka no. Say be okay. you bet me the way ama na mo so mo the way am say na be ya for na obi atimi because sabi e for kana say dodo no e kura na e subscriber volume ti no they will get more money.
Woka sɛ yɛntie deɛ wɔ mo ka no obi bɛbusa sɛ den asɛm pɔten na DSTV ka ɔmo statement ɔmo de ba abɔntene no ɔmo statement ɔmo de ba abɔntene no mɛfɛɛfɛ bi a the last 2 paragraphs. Okay, let me take it from the last 3 paragraphs. So say MultiChoice values its subscribers and endeavors at all times to keep DSTV subscription fees as low as possible, despite the extremely challenging competitive and macroeconomic environment in which we operate, without compromising on customer choice and the quality of the service we offer. While we appreciate the recent appreciation of the CD, and into brackets, which we have never referred to as a fluke, it is not tenable to reduce the DSTV subscription fees in the manner proposed by the minister. MultiChoice remains committed to constructive engagement with the Honorable Minister. Edi important na omo aka wa ha wo si yentie.
Na say omo kan no baby onoma omo anka specifically environmenti a omo say the current economic index meboa
Macroeconomic environment and ose and hana striking pa no. Despite the extremely challenging competitive macroeconomic environment. But this is a company only competition bia.
Competitive, you know, and it's bia viewership ground.
Okay.
Hey bia inputs na omodi komuna omodi eboa ye no. Mami ni kan obi ti obaka say Kofi Kapito say there be the American say yeah teso ebe ya me de. But embra so kete dia. Many minutes are ya gini. It's a traffic light. You say red, don't go. Okwaya becho. And it's a man or dia. Minister no fan figure. Because almost say any ma be so and ma be o ma kano. Ebi o wa bet me no ma gini say we there in semunu. Yeah need to because Ghana had there. Yes and it here. Ebi so ho no be wom. O ma ka na dey na buy a taxes in there. Mo person better want it. Taxes now buy so they more no. Almost are buying this. If they are buying this one, and say they are willing to work with the minister.
But the response your man can't taxes be a one sem. They generally said challenging macroeconomic environment.
Now macroeconomic environment, you know. And then I found system and yes, so many ministers this year, you know. How many ministers this year?
Yeah.
We almost kono, meeting almost kono, mankobi. Yeah, I'm friends also. But maybe a minute DST before, every home kita home. My solution was, the only easiest way. I bet him so mumu. It's conphobia yebi. Alata for yebi. A
boycott.
And also see any alternative. Name say minister no, it became more so and also a booth.
And the third alternative, they say a day competition, bebem.
Oh, competition is very, very important. Competition, we say competition by Antina. So we should crown in terms of mobile usually. We say there's a difference, but not that much. Because competition, say won't pay Vodafone data, Ubeto MTN data, and they say was Starlink. Yeah, what they you know, the one.
Okay.
And you know, it depended the Yamawo. I need the Obotum Ebeso. Name I buy the coffee biba. Now I buy the amount of 17. Now I say about Soma Canafo. Now say Nipana and Tondia. Now I buy new Nubika. Assume it's a Vodafone. Also Vodafone. Yes, a Ghana. Mewa. And about Queen, the balance here. Tell us, and then the Vodafone.
And Patchoin.
Tell us, and 30 go. 30 go. Who said, COVID, no, editing $1. Almost in fast one is you know. Almost the check $1.
Mm-hmm.
30 go. 30 go. Nipa say na 30 go. Nipa say na Vodafone. Na say nipa do MTN because MTN no Oma your imagine say o medjuma no omo be ye ama wani aso ama osika wo de beto no wonya ho faso sa na Vodafone for so ye omo de sa na etetigo so ye omo de a no competition no enyini kama because akwai say sebe we ye na me mienza Mr. Brown.
Yes sir.
Ama ye rough edwada ubufu abrada obekọ ya ho
Mekọ ya ho
salete ya so ya na kwa pia ho aha
there be our alternative
edite consumer on was strongest weapon eye usika usika na wo de kọtọ ade no nipa no wo ton e na wo so kwa akọtọ wa fa bu ama wa fa ni sika na ama na ejuma na bebu
yeah
salete
yo Penny Kofi Capito, me na wasi.
Ejimo na mu yehwe yawada.
Doli yawada.
But na just yada. Say yawada no. The whole day. Ansanya ye hu say otimi anaso engineer.
Say
e fiada no pa.
Okay.
Na say sela omu da so ye ejimo o ma enfi ye. Anaso so timi di tumi. Eji omo ka tari free omo say ma. Ni akaza free yo.
Kofi Capito, Happy FM ni netie for da wase na wie.
Me da super.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Kofi Capito na oye opinion with that Consumer Protection Agency ano one would have thought say being a consumer protection advocate ni bia na nkobe kan bi dia ma consumers no akase bia one minister ya adwen but wa kire na adwene and wa kire mu ene position na wafa benim ba bia wonsu gina on this matter obetimi adwene na wo de wadwen kire na ba we're streaming live on Facebook into your tone safro say join us with your comments any views on this very raging matter. 7th August any deadline Minister of Communications Ediama DSTV4 menkwa homa no so na me ne Dr. Evans Nunu eni common fasa asem ya ho Dr. Evans Nunu normally me ne kasa ya na I introduce him as an economist, but one thing I haven't also told you ni say business analyst and so eka na adwuma no ho pa na he has gladly joined me on this very subject. Doc, what me nka Happy FM sini memo ha.
Yeah.
Na ewia hoden wo de.
Nyame adom bibia boko asamo mo hoye de.
Obo ade adom ye ho ye papa. I just got off the line with Kofi Capito, Consumer Protection Agency Executive Director. He has shared some interesting thoughts on the course between DSTV and the Communications Minister. Yina him the background to this matter. Minister no essay we engage DSTV say omontete omo packages no eso because we can see a similar thing happening in Nigeria. And DSTV4 answered the response about say the minister ne kasa womo nye no untenable and they can't do it the way he's asking it to be done. Minister no subsequently the response on so ababe kase near DSTV Canada on te kra na options or dema or options are company ne dema or no minister no in his last meeting no up to now kono odwene ho ntiase he has given them up to 7th August oman tete omo prices so a obe revoke omo license. From a business analyst point of view and also an economist, uhunu sa engagement is saying
yo etie for ina so asem we asema no one say akobanisa because the reality is that Ghana is not a socialist state. Ghana operates mixed economy to a large extent. Not just your private sector, apart from few very regularized industries, to say be a petroleum, yama, na buying cash price build up no.
Yeah.
Petrol bono and the dealer benya the OMC benya near the other no. And the crowd no first net and just after the TI first no. Not a specific na say when we in range OMC between compete among themselves. And I think that was a wise decision. You see, the private sector must be driven by competition and persuasion. If it is not a highly regularized industry, say their bank, say their NPA, regulatory, the petroleum sector, their insurance. But for normal businesses, in terms of the invisible hand, because the invisible hand in economics are they are the forces of demand and supply. However, say obi to me go the brave na obeazumi monopoly. I was say abano esma se no dream kwetire. No hu entihaya obehehya. Untumi eha Ghana for. It takes wisdom and it takes strategy. And then you know, so we call a full attacker because you are stronger. I buy the other point. So that's the bit most accurate here. We do have a lot of most accurate because government need equity. Some will be a good kind of a monopoly. For example, to pursue crime, and that will be the bonnie a national. I abandon was a monopoly. No. Obibo na obodi bi no Ukraine abandon between financial so obodi let's take our purpose. Obviously we've given that monopoly to the state. The state no several powers and crank ni bi. State no agencies so just na dey to use etu akese and crank okuku dia ya becho. So we should understand that the state is powerful. Now, if the state uses that power anyhow, there were dire implications on the economy. Number one, it erodes investor confidence. And yes, I can say foreign direct investment in Ghana. Now, foreign direct investment is a member investors are outside know how they perceive Ghana in terms of its relationship. In Ghana investors our legal regime. And I respected that legal regime. No? And I say how we treat investors. It's one strategic about it. Now when you do corporate strategies, not kind of force one shot, I don't want to send a bad signal. And he said, a client and the hope na obi but my mua, not the Ghana dear. So we business you grana, you treat him with exit. And I say, again. Into no Emma obi bagana, obesro kakra.
Okay.
And also it's just a business be a bagana biano and yet your pet. However, I am not a diplomacy.
Okay.
If you are buying tools are one, a deal tools now, or the tax regime, or licensing regime. You can even bring in other similar institutions and other companies such as DSC, to compete. And so these are some of the workers who need DSC is really about the brand or be a market leader. How can you break that leadership? May Mr. Santa may have better pattern, but also take now. So we say MTN if you have to do so. So MTN no year, any force. But if you say there will be enough competition in the system. MTN Buslu, Ebeslu. The government has also steady tools or 2 million or now Oshakwaya, obey me Ahama. Oh, so it's like a big boxing. Nippon always did the previous matches. What are the weaknesses? No, I strike over. What are the strengths? No, we don't need you. When so almost the DSC, the strength in the same, the weaknesses in the same. I buy us on the 2 million one and the same, the power the same. You deal with them strategically. Since obey, I will draw your lines, I will do this. If you do that, I buy us in Sanaya, that's so Obini Ghana, a year business, or whom you know, yes, say, you pay Numa or may say Numa. But if you don't take time, it will send a bad signal to the investor community.
Say, here DSTV, the nature of business somewhere, it appears to say they are enjoying monopoly. I mean, there have been some new entrants or marketing more or survive. There used to be Cable Gold, or mobile satellite TV marketing mu, and share enomo koye. I think start times now so far, I'm not too sure how that environment works in here. DSTV over the years, I enjoy monopoly, sir. But in a situation where company be enjoy monopoly or competition in mono, how does price regulation work? I mean, you need price regulation or price regime wherever anymore. But obviously, a company or enjoy monopoly in say alternate prices mukrana alternative will be anyhow. With that in the background or no, how should government approach it? Because this is a clear case of competition being him or non kwane wo. The government makes the argument say nearby Nigeria they had a similar situation almost so. And why can't that work also in Ghana?
But is the government privy to the full negotiations on the table? Now, yes, you made a very nice point, and I like how you understand the system. Look, the government can even use the tax regime to influence competition. Am I one more I say, okay, in that industry, we don't pay channels because then we are about affected other channels are your Ghana interest can be free. With that, those that operate like DSTV, nobody can say, customer base into this level. Not our price to do this level at 2 will be 2 years. So customer base at this level. Now, for price also at this level. This is how you are. This is how much you are going to pay by way of taxes. If you do that, and if you give this warning, any wise business person would sit down and analyze the options. What I'm saying is that sometimes it doesn't help to compel people to do something by force. If you know, well, one way by have we done exit survey to know the reason that I'm moving to me survival? And let me give you one secret. Sometimes people could have monopoly was system no more or bar. But maybe I won't be survival. Look, those days we used to have similar thing in the cement industry.
Yeah.
Cement, no gas and penny producer. Ghana and every and then I can say there were other ones. But for a long time now, gas and penny. Now, you bet me I can say what basis the new for Ghana for the first 2 years. Tax
holiday.
And a holiday beer. Ever with me survival. And if we need a so who was our industry, the minister of price level could do to say with a certain level of consumer data, and also you beg you this amount, unless say you are willing to. And sometimes what it was our company or private visa margin now also. I can't know we are different tax bracketing. Into or private or budget home and so these are lessons we must learn.
Okay.
And yet always Trump said that for me is new. The normal on you. So what I'm saying is the tax or account of 50% at all export from countries. So we are 10%, we are 30%, or most will be able or the nuclear or the two sometimes in terms of business and yet or separate say because because of American interest rate across some time ago and some European countries because of the war in Ukraine. But we study Ghana, system now. We lost a lot of remittances and foreign direct investment, foreign inflows. We experienced a lot of outflows coming from 2021. And it was because interest rates in the Americas shot up in Dallas. And so people felt that if they invested there, they would get more returns. And look at 2022, we experienced the worst in our economy over the past 10 years, though mismanagement was part of it. Because of mismanagement, I'm using the word adversity. But then there were things I felt we could have done right, though that is not a topic for today. So let me focus on this one. So with this, I seriously think that you are some George at what point, but the strategy, I think it's not the right one.
Strategy,
the right tools.
Strategy
okay, in my view.
Now, let me pick your thoughts on this, and I think I'll make this my final question.
the third paragraph of DSTV for statement, they say, multi-choice values its subscribers and endeavors at all times to keep DSTV subscription fees as low as possible. Okay, I think I'll take it from this side. Also, while we appreciate the recent appreciation of the CD, which we have never referred to as a fluke, it is not tenable to reduce the DSTV subscription fees in the manner proposed by the minister. Osanso Twaso say multi-choice values its subscribers and endeavors to, at all times, to keep DSTV subscription fees as low as possible, despite the extremely challenging, competitive, and macroeconomic environment in which we operate. Now, being an economist, Mami Busa, the company was not specific as to the challenging macroeconomic environment worker in terms of maybe a specific indicators BDR. But if you look at their business, now or more reference to the challenging macroeconomic environment, the reason for which omuntimi entity or more prices is so, what would be your reading?
In fact, to an extent, in terms of the reasons in India, I think that you have some joy. Our point. Let me give you a very simple example. Me use DSTV.
Okay.
Now, me try in cities in the demand DSTV. Obviously, DSTV is a foreign company. To convert it to dollars. Now, success no. Now, me try 200 Emma woman. And a woman being $100. The rate is necessary. Me try the same 200 cities now. A very different story. And so, one more price was Ghana cities there. And you're not a cities not appreciate us against the dollars there. So, me try ABR 180. No, being 100 cities, none of them ABR. And you're so much so by 20 Ghana cities. Minimum what I know is there.
That's it.
Let for the sake of our listeners, let me repeat.
What the illustration be found on Krabiana Kabometi for no more.
Exactly. If you must say, I have one CD. And Mitria for DSTV. Now, that one CD, okay, let me say Mitria 50 CDs. F4. And now let me use 100 CDs rather. Mitria 100 CDs.
Okay.
F4 DSTV. Now, 100 CDs, you know. One Ghana CD is to 10 cities. So one Ghana cities is to 10 cities. And as your fan say, yes, your fan one Ghana cities is to 10 cities there. And you know, say,
you mean $1 is 10 cities?
$1, one city is $1 is to 10 cities. So Mitria, because $1 many 10 cities. Now say because $1 many 10 cities there. And you Mitria 100 cities for DSTV here. I was saying, Mitria 1,000 for to give if anything DSTV $100. Yes, Mitria 1 city to 10 cities there. Now say DSTV $100 if you move. I was saying Mitria 1,000.
Yeah.
Ghana cities more and so many 100 cities.
$100.
As many $100.
Yes.
Now, yes, what to say. Cities not appreciate it. Until now, one CD is to 8. $1 is to 8 cities.
Yeah.
And $1 is to 8 cities. Yeah. And yeah, 800. 800 cities if you know. No woman 100 cities. No.
$100.
It means you have 1,000 and there was a material beam and $100.
Yeah.
I was saying between 800 cities rather. Not $100. If it's DSTV, for them to be fair, no, they should reduce my subscription by 200 Ghana cities.
Okay.
For me to pay 800 cities, but they will not lose anything. Because the economic conditions have changed. Another the exchange rate regime has changed.
So you don't agree with DSTV when they said they are operating within a challenging macroeconomic environment?
No, we're challenging macroeconomic environment because the reality is that inflation abaform. Inflation, you can say, even as of last year, now around 20. This year, now around January, now around 23%. They can say 13.7%. Exchange rate abaform drastically. So if they say they are operating within a worsening macroeconomic environment. I disagree totally.
But one major component in the operation is electricity. The last time it was not increased. It was not decreased. It was increased by close to 2.4%.
No, the electricity. No, what do they power electricity? How many offices and DSTV across the country? And electricity sell nuclear. And almost subscribers.
So they have cell sites, they have transmission sites. They are always on 24/7, powered all the time.
Yeah, no, they should tell us how many transmission sites they have. And electricity now almost use. Are they very much aware? Senka, when we use this, and I could have been a different story. Look, the same petrol use now from 2022 day. And a situation and I can tell you, sir, most of these foreign companies, one more at the common on it, they convert it into dollars and they send it out.
Yeah.
They don't keep cities.
Correct.
If that is the case, if the exchange rate improves, favors the Ghana cities, they can easily reduce it. I mean, if it worsens again, no one will begrudge you for increasing it. But as it stands now, it has improved drastically. DSTV, and that's why you share the customers now. In fact, one more at a point because I think that this is your matter. But then, what can so this year, economic variables improve. And for me, I think on that side, I agree totally with Sam George. But I also disagree with Sam George. Say, I mean, governments don't operate like that. So, if we say who genuine reasons are, you must also use business tools to hit at them. You cannot just say, I'm more warranty. I mean, are we in a military regime or something? I disagree. I mean, DSTV is a business entity operating. You cannot collapse DSTV simply because they refuse to reduce their price for you. Maybe what kind of from political angle say, prices will be some judge but also they are business people and they are looking at it from a different perspective, with a different perspective. So for me, if you think that you have any business tools, any economic tools, use those ones.
Very well.
And to compel them. And if you can't do anything about it, then accept that you are helpless in this situation. Next time, there was a my environment, safe for new entrants. Now it's protecting infant ones, and they almost be
very well.
There's some level of competition in that industry.
Very well. Dr. Evans Nunu, I appreciate your time once again on Happy FM. I mean, can't no shira papa say waboy ama and seminimu asane e de ama meni metifo nyinada. Dr. Evans Nunu, a economist and management consultant. He's also a business analyst. Yadana Sibebre say waboy ama yate and semino ase. Also betimi edo anu atun komo emu be no akere wadwene as we stream live on Facebook na yedi enkomo ni nyinada. Na assemble konso ada pono so a mpesi di hu nkomo over the weekend ye metete say NPP the company bika company na NPP de ne kano so Ukraine. My producers are working the lines to reach out to Richard Ahiagba, who is the director of communications for the NPP. They have a statement at Dabontene, but we need to go beyond the statement. Na yebusan komo kakra. Is it the case that the party had no engagement at all with the said company na and said there was an engagement but if there was an engagement na agenda ni edien na no mo yama party no the allegation out there ni say MPP for Kobo company bi pa say womo engu John Mahama hu fi a friend of smear campaign na say be ya ankaye ko 2024 abato no onye attractive e magana for ntono na company name SCS MPP for the oboka $280,000. Party need the statement about Bontini say enye no kore. They have even threatened to sue any media organization or be propagating what they call untruths. When Richard Ahiagba joins me on the line, yebedi sankomo Mene woka saying so, minim sabe we ye dia the NDC in Akwatia primaries den womo a candidate or be contesting on the ticket of the party come September by election or ebeba so. Now the interesting thing is that apart from
omo candidate no call 2024 no. There are 2 others almost so muti. Bako a constituency executive. And the 3rd candidate no ono na no ye lawyer ni Emma NDC candidate no the late Richard Kumiko jina court no. And NS Kumi, yes, or the NS Kumiko jina court no. And his lawyer is now contesting him. And it's quite interesting. Or say ono the opportunity na beto ho. And obia so called trying a luck. Now this is a fresh beginning. So the lawyer, one year the lawyer, and indeed he's also a constituency executive. The lawyer is also a constituency executive, contesting the former client because the case is no more. Case by virtue of the fact that when you put the court, the case is no more. It's in the former client. We'll find out how that primaries is going. But the MPP, you candidate to that. No call tenacity as a party. And omudi hunkobo and omu decided on one man and omudi amano. So they didn't go through primaries. The NDC is going through primaries. Akwetia nkobo ba konso a ede ye nimu a ye behwe ne yedi. Dr. Zeng deodorant na me kan for the amount. Anopa mi di bia afa be moto mu kama. Onso fa bi fa moto mu. We a plant-based deodorant. Plant-based deodorant. Chemicals bia enimu. Na chemicals bia enimu no. Na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyade a ewiase fa na nyina yagye atum obi ani gye ho because no everybody wants something that is chemical free. Obia pe chemical free product no use because nyina yenim the long term effect of chemicals on nipadua no. Eno ti na Dr. Zeng ahwemu a na ose da bi Eugenia chlorophyll flower no ɛwɔ properties bi a wotimi de ye deodorant ma nipa a ebe lasting nipa more than the regular chemical alcohol based deodorant na yenimu no. Na eden ma Dr. Zeng deodorant yi edanso. We use Dr. Zeng deodorant and then Monday ya me use we. Eji se na watwi na awie o ansa na me de fofra fa ho. We no wun use na no pa bia wadware awie na de fa motom da bi. One time use for 7 days. I say one time premium payment how much that no. One time use for 7 days. Into we no say oh active teenagers wo ho. Ewa busuani mu a wo mana mo ye active na mo koba mo hu fifire bebre mo wo SHS na de no tobi koma wo mo na ode ye ne moto mu a akwada no mpa adware a we no de ne be kopa 7 days na say ejina no ho a onten carbon bia ewo no ho wo pe bi ato wo pe bi atu fa number si mame 0544 767 691 Mrs. Subiem 0544 767691 and also alternative lubetimi WhatsApp yomo on 0599 032 5599 0599 032 5599. Stay fresh, stay natural, stay pure. Dr. Zeng natural deodorant. Stay pure, stay sustainable. We enabedwa so a me kanfo ede amawo. Ma mema fifi deka ene Georgia fo akwaba na yenche de nkomo ne behihye so mpani fo mema mo adwo.
Yeah,
na boko de.
Boko pa.
Mi di se weekend ni ede din.
Bi ade din.
Ede nyame ase. George, weekend ne ko sen.
Oh, nyame adom. Weekend de mi tia me na chi kakra ko constituency.
Oh, okay.
Insuta kwa mai biposo.
Now
what say it was not deal
constituency so.
Wow.
Because of honorable Osaji my prempe.
Oh, okay.
Me body pa.
Okay. So when we say lumba so me phone ke CNT no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nti me call ni party for.
Ti lumba na de wo call ho na.
Oh, there be na me wo ho dada e na we no so ebebo mu.
Okay.
Nti na say me dey ebo akonku no ma me no. Nti na weekend ni dey. Na
mama nyina we so fanchia honorable say kwa me prempe.
Okay.
Former MD of Goyle,
yeah.
And a former MP, former Deputy Attorney General so.
And yes sir, me na we parliament ye kan say omo are ni omo we no. Okay.
Ono ni say issue no.
Sir.
Baby, enyo no.
Me ka say, hey.
And then the cowboy level.
We offer hacienda by enche.
Offer hacienda Benny. Straight from hacienda. Hey,
yeah.
Socialist with taste.
Yes.
Hey, let's say na me huni.
Me say by Wednesday, CNT BBA in fi Jubilee House. Maybe 1 month demonstration.
Hey, Amaliba. What for who? Oh no, I'm so impressed. I mean, no, offer who that but at level no. Hey, Pacho with the Mumbra Facebook we hot for us see me dancing we camera that so no that so no. Hey, the combination. Combination is what? It's a calculation. Hey, sir. Who mean you be how baby wa okrumu?
My try you ko boy samano, mo twen.
Let's say 50 there no so.
Oh, there be no hunya so sir.
Na ohun ye there.
Bibi, yami ado me hu ye pa na so e.
Ya oba de adaro. Obia ho ye, obia ho ye. The nyame ase. Great. Very well.
It's a beautiful new week, eh?
It is. With
a lot of beautiful stuff. Already don't worry. Just a matter of time.
That's right. Yasha says I will try and reach out to me, report or what Eastern region, how more primaries now just for to be a brief stop. Now you have send more primaries now call Ewakwetia as you get ready for that all important by-election. Right. But then somewhere that also an area I did the new Patriotic Party at the statement about denying allegations said or engage a Ukrainian-based PR company say one run a smear campaign against John Dramani Mahama. The party has flatly denied it, and description of the allegation is a Bosiremuka. Now, a calculated say a bit created disaffection, the Ama party no Caribbean in him. They've gone ahead to also caution media from perpetrating ASR a seminar abeto Jano. Fred Richard Ahiagba, when we get him, we'll try and get details as to a same way pa DSTV Minister of Communications and so are trading war of words. And it's been a directive and a counter statement and another counter statement from the minister. Minister Sam George said by 7th August, said DSTV4 and Antiomo prices as well, or by directed NCA to revoke their license. Kofi Capito, I spoke to him a while ago. Also, no dear, and maybe soon. See 7th and a bar, you better say DSTV4 better more prices so. Now, some months so Sam George Benyam Rebia Jinaso so revoke my license and also no dear. He's waiting to see what will happen in court over Sasami. Mene Dr. Evans Nunu Swakasa, who is also a business analyst and an economist. The point in is Sam George has a case because we see the $1 now. It makes every economic sense to say company we index or price in dollars obete onyamaso now so kwan offer so kono no emwa ebe pamo investors or say our business tools bebre obetime use and not the political tool or pese or explore no ibedi sankomo and other related matters. Cocoa producer price has been announced and a per bag cocoa price per bag are attracting 128 Ghana cedis increment. 128 cedis. So we 3,100 na abinda dade de ma cocoa
joke. And then world market na cost is saying if
me boba accord 3,228 Ghana cedis. Okay, but fi mami kodin komo we mra.
Okay.
Ekoba ni atiesi cocoa nkomo ni mu. Richard Ahiagba Ekasa, where Director of Communications, Emma, the new Patriotic Party. I mean, in new Komona, Yentesa Komoi in Free. Richard Ahiagba, Tim and Happy FM Sunni Memoajumo, Edwasi.
Yeah, I mean,
Aboko dear.
I mean,
Yami Edanyamia say. So this weekend, Enna, Neme Binanam internet in the Switch MPP for more day.
Ukrainian-based company bika $280,000. Now the allegation was that Mokobo Pa from the company said one more any smear campaign against John Dramani Mahama in the last or just ended elections. You have subsequently issued a statement denying allegations. First of all, party no any PR company way or dealings biana.
Yo, that's it. I mean, India Happy FM, a T4, you know, and Penny4. I war Happy FM. Boama Masum Ghana. Things maybe happy a chapa. Neno, what the Marco, that day, I think, says some pebrena, which me about Happy FM, you know, Yakabum, Nayasum Ghana.
You're now 980 Waufi.
Aye, indeed, another idea, say, Yapa. Well, only a question will be say, Uncle, who here say, with this uncle, because as a me and then we a man for misinformation. Na omodenam na enye no credit enye no credit so say MPP e ko boss apa say obi enkoye say enkodi say adwuma yi na ade say hwan ene e kosme ane ni pe ya nga enfane say asemi no credit kosme ane e obi aye bitin da mangasa edika asme ane ho the party omodika asme omo ho enti we no enya de foforo bia say na ye hu bi da na enti no ye pe obi amana asme enti omo akofa asa adwene ka ba mu pese de go MPP hu pe no omo hu ni ye na anya no kre say MPP ye ne company be a friend de ben com bbcom so ye PR so me ye dwuma bi sa amaye no yenye bi mpoda as far as I am concerned say ye kofa obi say yenye bi mpoda enti no we asema mesre Ghana for say mugu obi amfade sheni trimokra mpoda na MPP amobi apasa so be dwuma bia sa amaye enye no kreda
Eye mogu say money PR company bi ndi say dwuma na say money PR company bi di dwuma na mum enye so mo spin John Dramani Mahama.
All of the above any PR company bia sa ani ya mbo PR company bia sa to say we na say afufro say omon cosme obi mayen any adaji ayede yesa na 2024 campaign no dey say to me you know yanga say jina na so na 2016 2012 uko etia 2012 say John Dramani Mahama kuya ye bitino na court na jemano 2016 ye bitino obi antumi amwa anyama no 2020 ye bitino no so on ten no ase no kokko to afa evidence bi aba ti obi a bitino 3 consecutive times no na no 2012 no dey obetumi argument but me no metimu no ye biti omo enti de nyina akosi say or known quantity obi a ye bitino that some fro bi eni ho a ye kwa pay fi baby about Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne NDC yeni momo enti so obi ko trans no so sa dai pese din trust akase we eto MPP so anya no krai eni obi a mo pass ko sa apam no say ombe decide maybe sa MPP.
So it is your case say $280,000 na yes company be demanding no obi amba monim say more than a car
Na me sure so kind story no. Na nipa ya o say MPP do kai MPP so Ghana and or the bill by any yes ye ntia na say e bon pa na say abon pa na say you na fi say abon pa ana no obeso kai no dey akoto social media na no baza azebui eliasemo ayesa daji wo
na chese asem ne abosiremu ka krai fabrication is that your point?
Completely wona waka ne abosiremu ka obi nipa kro di sa abone no be on animal no minimum motivation to me ma obi called in trust because I'm throwing when you say go see but I'm saying never mu de abanisa say enam internet you know who can send be to so maybe out of 10 people no if ba ko mi no be there I'm actually as I am not from this we release at the buy setting the record straight no be no no pan ko kan na de no te en kwan ne ntro na buy no ntino e bi anu nti na nipa bi betumi it is adwebɔne wei akɔkɔtwerɛ saa de afa MPP ho but no kura wo mu Ghana for dodo na ɛbɛte aseɛ sɛ MPP yɛntumi nkɔbɔ saa paa no yɛni adagye a yɛde kɔbɔ saa paa no nipa no a ɔse yɛabɔ ne saa paa no ɔmmra yɛ headquarters asylum down na ɔmfa ne contract no mmra na ɛka yɛde no ɔmmra mmɛgye.
Richard, Meda was saying a clarification to this matter, but I mean, we some a very last question, a bit unrelated there. But I'm saying I know I'm call conference, more amend the constitution to elect communications directors. That is an opportunity. I bet toho for omunim so betimi akasa ye di ama party no. When the current communications director of the party, even though you were not elected but appointed, with this opportunity, who call ako contest substantively now?
Some way as a mame engine on kakransa, mama answer actually.
Mate.
Nah, but what I think is a opportunity to further democratize. But personally, no. Me nanka msituri senka Indian said ya neti no.
Okay.
Sebe to me as strengthening your communication directorate no. So no enkoye subject to contest say obi ko win in china and as next year to aba na obi ko win ya. Ade che ya win ya pena obi foforo so start a campaign. I don't say no say oba be yin efri and no will create a lot of instability and okay say 2017 August your call conference or a Cape Coast. Na former President John Ajekunku for a say party no we should try to build a certain technocratic base for the party. No, it's not subject to election. Now you must have for no and build the capacity. Dani dana bo hama party no. Now no so by a communication director. Nipa oye director of communication. Now say deputy directors of communication. Ayen kofwa oma go through a certain process. Almost similar to the friends saying the civil service.
Okay.
No communication as far as Nabakosem said your party no from maybe the 1992 basically said your party communication who your culture acquire your fast your communicators said your communication network across the country, your relationship with the media who are our assets, acquire fast message nyoma branded part in the akano no be technical know-how enti say general secretary da baba say chairman da baba we na baba omoba be do a party sa director to betumi ama mo briefing say MPP communication say na no na eno no aboa ama institutional memory and the continuity of our communication eno no na betumi aboa ma yetumi as strengthening your communication, how MPP, your communication.
But Uncle Banessa,
I say, I think say unless say and I think as time goes on, it's an amendment I'm probably going to consider maybe for amendment. I'll probably be happy to get people to support. Say we should move toward establishing or separating the communication officer role or director role, which is the front-facing communication aspect. Now, select Ubia or no be responsible at the communication directorate.
Okay.
for administering communication, which is different from a communication in the front-facing aspect. Now, what am I to consolidate the communication? I think say idea but so far, the Abane opinion, me party for we are interested. A bit to me, I cooperate. I actually quite fast one. A bit to me, my communication.
But also the award dream who kakra.
Oh, question I will be Simon on. I say, me do one of my answer.
Until who dream who kakra.
There be all question on America.
Say me question na me san pebusa say wo so kodwen ho kakra.
All question no. Say me answer no.
Me question ni say
they say me dwen ho say me answer one na say me answer one na me kodwen.
Oh, sabo mu. Richard, find a day in a week na enya one-on-one. Why? There is a lot to talk about. Mate. Richard Ahiagba, Director of Communications, Emma, the New Patriotic Party. Okay, with that said and done, now, Memra Studio na many abeja for and share ne and common as a fee.
Yeah.
Obasha say for cocoa price and answer Obako mo party statement here with the buyer Richard Asan Pass should be more.
Penny Abeka said yes, the Bienu Hamini Beckham because he knows better than all of us put together here.
Okay.
In Tinawakano and one, send your survey. I send someone in Tinia 2D.
Okay.
And I MPP in Sonia Party DSC. We are there operating in the dark or in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
In to be what claims be first and foremost, no one engage and on be engaging. So I think he can go through the same channel. I don't think he has a problem locating anybody within the party. Into no day say I'm pa kabana kwa baby so continue there. I'm say I'm fan to be near.
So it means that they will know and see cry.
They see a senka.
And will be actually chilling as I know.
Oh, baby, now a chrome high near one no. I'm a for Yamo with me and then you WHO boss. I report to President man and say President in your COVID. Non person yet test. Into force it. When you chrome her.
COVID time.
COVID time. Yeah, sure WHO boss say your president, sitting president and your COVID no didn't and no check COVID. Into yan chilling share them because when you COVID. Nanu krebi any obidi bitu Obi ene oye minister for government information. Timbijina a radio who said President Enya terminal disease of 4 different serious diseases. The president was disease. Just say he had no basis, just said nothing. Yeah, grow for the enemy.
Okay, there is DSTV and some George and Coco producer.
Ayana revolution. Amemwo no daso wo mu oti ase so hu sese your democracy ena sese ni your pretty market economy sabi sene ye we interview Kofi Capital kan ye DSTV no anya by force o sabi o mo fight tu nkojina obia so say ontua ne bill by force me wona fofo bi o ho a o mo DSTV a ye twem for years. Name almost some Chinese channel be also. And you don't twem kreba. Ti madam fu be no an ohwe. Chinese as a documentary be. Eno an ohwe mwa ni nsuo ni niama. O tini baby. What you say? It is say Kofi Capital kind a luxury choice. Ye mu bi wo ho a e taboo say be call off with you. Cause me my brother what me chain. On also our channel be Indian channel be 166. A call of what I say. I say we charity cry. So if you are having such a service, you have to pay for it. No matter how difficult it is, we are trying to pay for it. And you say minister, o pese oboa na eba forma. There are ways. Happy affair. Yes, yeah, be moral situation near there. Oh, there were near obetimi no matna se aka. No be asabi waba okru be invest. Look at the number of people they've employed.
Over 30 years new.
Now say one man up to 7 over for what? Say because why then?
Want to show.
Now own our better the prices. Government they fix the price. And just some minister say on country MTN for no much on price or say that's all his work. Oh, Ghana for your review. This same minister, the same thing. MTN for to say and can the Juma So be mind and you no fix MTN for prices more.
As I know kind.
Yes. And I'm for business.
But he promised to work towards the reduction of cost of
when
data.
people were telling, he told them, said that is not his.
But now you call series accountability series or change mu say on need telcos na say
yes.
I investigating into data balls and 90% of the reason young customers and consumers na our behavior online. And you know say pay reduction in data cost we should manage how I use data.
Oh, and no. Or say me kase we are check it online. I read it. Or say enkan adwuma no ho. Enyo no fix prices Emma telcos no. And I want for business say you were blaming Esra. Say Esra nyema eyinima from now Esra time no. At the end it was through too much. But you do so no dey say enyo na fix the price. And no dan change. No be enyo na fix the price my MTN. Ade na person fix the price my DSTV. And na Kofi Capital kano. Koshe taxes omutia. Unu so omutia communication service tax.
Yeah.
They pay all these taxes. Into per se at the end for ma. You people to do something about your taxes now omogino. And also by $1 because we are generating in dollars. It's also sa. You see, at the end of the day, no, or no yet BBA via or no beji CDO. And maybe or no CD near 10 CDs. By the time on no back or back was near 12 CDs. What can he do? So fun as yes, you say yes, straight with
yeah.
Into no fixing the price. Our folks say, yeah, man. Who minister nebs on your motinasi? Nebia only your canning abutoyim. Where your force. And when the price control now when they buy and a chum wait to be made to Jesus Christ comes. You can't force.
But if DSTV makes the argument over the years, say exchange rate in tin mom to then the exchange rate in favor it makes business sense so very reflective.
There be say we favor or no who name the cost components.
Okay.
What I say, who name the cost components now or the egum and now who name near how he arrived at his price or whatever he's charging. And now said Americano. Adiano a luxury choice. And you by force, and you Ghana ni bia needs to be your Ghana ha. Into the way you be a bit me a force so way. What you say? Oh, government no cry okay you. Where increase your fees and charges? Oh, fees and charges cry where increase you. No private businessman. 98.9. I am mean to myself. Oh, as a man wanna bear showmanship be ye bibi ni shebe ni funds in boy so. But it puts the government in a very bad light. Okwamani could be baby me close to embassy. From tomorrow, Ghana embassy in America don't work again. Aden. Oh, mo ya dia no ase agro bi ni ADB sabe. Oh, foreign company abi big business wa. Enye kra wa fedipa. O buy won fa bi o. Ya na mu yibi. Enye kra wa fedipa o tu omoka. Oh, there are so many places DSTV no generate some kind of because your uncrophobia or maybe a bar. Or do IGBS ho weekend. You know, if they tell you the problem DSTV is solving in Ghana, you don't have an idea. So be trem no my day. Oh, it's no nyamani bi wo ha mo nya botre na mo power in Rome team too much. Say they are so powerful that they can do everything. This is a private entity or any business. Or any boaba. Boycott them. Don't end up a coffee capital kind so no nibi.
Renew.
Aha.
Yes.
Yes. I mean everywhere to fee on ko baby into one yepe no afro I didn't call for. Oh, maybe I didn't call to Hambo Aden. Oh, boy, dear yammy. You are forced to do it.
Because one of the
yes. Into the set who per se. Obua, he should find a better way.
Sir, President Mahama by a boycott DSTV. So
offices
almost say almost cutting costs.
Send the board in here.
Oh,
it is if your president has boycotted it.
Now say me read
a year for so almost price.
Me read you
should really encourage Ghanaians to also boycott now.
Me read you people so almost say Kumasi almost be psychiatric hospital be for to tackle betting.
Rehabilitation
center
interior
to
minister
take people who are betting there.
to treat
people
addicted to betting.
Hey, Pumani Chamana see a tintin say. Nanyan Sanacha say we are putting this one is not even the cart before the horse, the whole land. Yeah, the assassinating about two idea simple the whole world over. If you want to discourage people from patronizing something, you put taxes on it. When they see that it is not attractive, they will shy away. But the campaign and say, "Mukofeska akobie rehab." Then go treating Crawformo. Now says can move any.
Ese kumaso for no me addicted to betting. Papa, me call around the table na memra. George,
Bibi.
I mean to you.
Me da say, maminchia me Marcel, Mr. and Mrs. Frimpong.
Okay.
Record your points.
Nanka. We need the anadia to
afie nyamata yako hono mubutuo.
Oh, okay.
Okwa ma Joyce ni da Frimpong.
Hono mutie. Mubutu die.
Seja.
Na wasi asem na aka no.
Na ma Joyce amika no asem yi.
Yeah.
Be the fee beko. Esan say eda oyi ni se free MPP super NMPP lu support o sa no. O nyame ni papa.
Oh, okay.
Ono onfa bibia mboni mu ehunahuna bia. Okọ be 250 mofu. No wa kire mo koyo mo mfa so. Nti fee you ready e beko ma Joyce o. Nti ma Joyce ni da from pomichia mo.
Yo.
Bibi. Ma membra MPP asem. Onu say enra nwumre be ye 10. And I'm tis asem.
Okay.
And nipa no frame me no and I'm saying say oti ne sen because scanner obo no emu odu
280k
me kura me dia na aka kire me no say 350
sir
and then pese me ti asem na se and me ni di nkomo a ye wie na bo be 12 kra
I see
and I say
Happy FM 98.9
nipa na o di contract no koma
company no
say ono say see edi ni share bre no enti ono so a friend crofo no na crofo no so da bi ska no kra ne nyina mbae na bibi say na eden ewo mu enti say omutua mayen a
obenya ne de
na won so de na eden ye de abre enti enne na wo frɛ Richard no me nwanwa say ono so kan say bibia sai ni ho
no so obi anso me claim bia
na am si se sia no ne amedwi ni say ene nipa no otumi chichire asam no edi ba out say contract bi say na MPP ama koso na ene asam no ababa ya asam a ababa da Ghana fo ene anim no o say bibia sa embai na nipa no eno anajo so oni me kasa no ono so bempenifo kakra and in fact ni nkomo Richard eni wudi no ene ni ameti ye no ayemi ho kakra me hu ni amemfa sesia say Richard die na memfa say enra ni offer me die na memfa because on say sikasem no say bibi mayen bibi na me ni fi koche na say amaleba anya bia obebisa bibi na esi bibi say na o say aye sikasem no amaleba be frame me George say bibi amawo skill bibi kran ska no enya nyina na odi baaye odi half bible say next week odi half country odi half no ba ene ma asem no eden ebe wo so bibi kra ma bibi na bibi na esi bibi kwante na bibi mbaaye
ama apie
enti nipa na ye di contract ko ma no so dia ko ma nkrofo no say ye wedwuma ena nkrofo no so ye no so na odi adwuma no baaye nenso no scan ye ntua ne nyina enti sa asem we mema MPP for no fa ne lightly because asema epie na fe na asem krai wa be bobo aba se eye no kware se enye no kware
because we all deny issue statement say no kware bi wo mu a the expectation is that the company will come up with documents
sa
IHS ampa ya contracting people contracting ni
enti eno na dwumi ni papa ne di nkomo no na msi o sika na wo ka no sika eso enye sika ye kotena bebia na ya ye kon we ya ka no verbal keke ya di ankrata asem ebe kan
the company is involved
and to be gidi say so mu pushia na se scanner amba sa part payment na MPP di mo no omu di krata no ba be kira man say mu contract yen say na mutu yen say na aka ba me gidi say bia se sia ne de backdoor ne de omu ka no boko basanye yi a sika wo mu no eso even America ni $280,000 and yes skaki to America. Ukraine we omuku a omu chire omu. Enti be gidi say MPP for omu nso sa asem no mu yie. Se bibi sa wo ho a we de chire ho a no mu ntua. Se bibi sa so ni ho a omu manage sa de we eyie. Esan se me no anadwo me ka kire ni pa. Se ka say yen say you be grade a o ka 6 regions ebo mu Ghana o metu aye say adwuma we.
You don't need to.
Oh, you don't need to go to Ukraine to contract somebody. O ka 6 regions wo Ghana on be bom kra e bi $80,000 kra wuntia. Ente no omun so sa asem no omun hwe sa asem no yi. Okay. Yembra DSTV here no. Minua George Sam George honorable. Mr. No.
Name.
My name. Baby I meet in the constituency in what a 10 minutes drive. Onya Butre. Me DSTV my own agent that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my own agent that. Na sese na menu afi kan. Enye adwuma chinchinachi koto with DSTV. Eba wo dem o.
Upa na auto. Enti
se ebo no kra wo soro a ma cheki uhwe nia Nigeria for etua. That premium no Nigeria for etua $29. Baba Ghana etua be $85. You can say oh bia na Nigeria omodoso omo economy no so by training no ene no mutual less no by say Ghana so no ye do so say Liberia ba wo hwe ne Ghana for so tia
was switching
Liberia there no nenso no omo akwa private company a omo aba a omo adwuma na omo ye no enye se chinchin a koto DSTV se mini DSTV wo me dem na se Liverpool ni Manchester abo a because sport ho a omo give me 5 cities a mehwe entini afi fitina dan so ma hwe no so ma hwe the same thing but yen kai say omo de adwuma na aba Ghana adwuma omo anya in 30 solid years omo nya adwuma kitua because I want to say how many companies were Ghana wait 30 years e be by 6 months ago e be by 2 weeks ago.
In fact within that same industry we've seen some satellite stations some about man survive.
Oh, Bebre abakobi ba no mo Spinters Road.
Cable Gold by G Sports.
On the Ghana Premier League no crazy.
Any G Sports.
Any G Sports no. Omo buy omo anche.
Chinese food.
So, and no mesre honorable say onyan to wase.
Sometimes.
Happy FM 98.9.
Mesre me yan say onyan to wase. You say Mwaye boko esanka ebufu. Mwaye boko esanka ebufu. Kwa oni omefa so atena round table. Obe defede for mo be yo mo we no. Obe fi akono o si honorable. Wa be kan to kra na be dey. Ebe tiso, ebe ye ho baby. By say August 7 manya ho baby a. Utwem a omo nso fa o. The owner of DSTV ene na busua e komundi omo da. But bisa say Ghana for you no one employ. Oh, say a commodity wa yemfa nsa mienu endidi nti onya abotre na oni omunkasa anye yi ekran Ghana for na eden
omo a fixed dish ni ade nyina ho
Ghana for na employ mo with DSTV ho na adwuma nso a 24 hours adwuma ho.
George, come to think of it,
yes,
you can say no a private work obi no or no adwuma ne sa ne ma no, but you work within a country. You work within an economy.
Happy FM 98.9.
Say offer DSTV previous statements someone announced price adjustments. Exchange rate has always been their guiding indicator.
Yes, it's true.
And the exchange rate used to be a day. Now because I want to swear now patch the saying.
Fantastic. And until now, make a say Bible say moye boko esanke bufu. O asama working. Fa unyama kwa table no so. DSTV umbra ni metana say first na exchange rate ni say sisi ya na aba form
inflation so
aba form enti wo hwe aban dwuma pa waye ya ense mo so mutu kire ene so na mo ma na eden
more reflective
aba form. Oh, you see, say yes ya chachebi no na chachebi show DSTV a foreign company. Ninu ya bisu show. Menu ya DSTV kra ba Ghana kwa ede ne fa so kra no. Enti me de Ghana mpo de enyam yakono mpo se ma ba invest. Enti ubeye say like DSTV no ne na enya. Baby 10, 12, 13, 15 companies so baby an company so mo ba. Ba kwa ya odi DSTV fa so no. ɔmo say enya nto a enya ntua enti me mbakura emba mbeye enti enye se ɔmo ti so a problem wo there be but we a minister ukita to me 50 years of Red DSTV say ombra me shomumba but communication minister there no from wa ombeba won na ye ndefede for mo hwe yesi unsem din a ye boom unsem ye din boom and minister no fa bibi to table so hwe exchange rate hwe inflation na on ka bibi and to say bro all kasa na mo say no bro dollar no kra wa kra did you say and they say dollar no aba say didn't na yes sign I say so
dollar na form electricity cost
but man nyina mo no kasa dan say mama mo up to on the 7th there be and do work kra and mesre menua Sam George honorable so need DSTV and go back to the table
98.9
presenti na some year e the more I'm telling you, DSTV, so we a company. Almost 30 years, I'm already Ghana. No, I'm on percent now. I can say, I'm close down. Maybe I'm benefit and 30 years and comedy. Sir, it's best honorable say, only DSTV and go back to the table.
Very well. Haruna Amaleba, a cowboy. It's your turn now.
Bibi. You see, on say told that MPP focus on. You listen to them very carefully. But before I proceed, I think Fifi Decker need to apologize to Honorable Sam George. And the good people of Ghana by trying to create a negative impression. Say revolutionary tendency be when you as all the campaign said also no, the EC, how do you call it? National Communication Authority is the regulator.
Okay.
No, I'm saying by this date. Someone reconsider my position.
98.9
position. Okay? If you fail to reconsider your position by this data, I will activate the law.
But that is an imposition.
No, I will activate the law.
Which law?
The conditional imposition is not a forceful imposition. Get it right. By this
which
law?
If which
you fail,
law? Which law?
By the NCA operate with the law. We have an NCA Act.
That's what?
Electronic Communication Act in the country. You see, for you to claim that Sam George say or no manage data prices, for me, the man who idea post Franklin Kujo about airline cost of tickets. No one say consider name me kakra kweni makobe who say airline ticketing cost no doesn't fall under the ministry. Okay, when ministry na sia kobe yehu bibi. And you don't need to pick him on and be saying all kind of things. But see, Bibi, and so many opinion are for Ekano. All those factors have been considered. Sam George said you want to
FM 98.9.
And you can't ministers are more transparent in their engagement with the public. Sam George is one of them.
Okay.
Every step of the way, unless someone follows social media.
Oh, I've been following.
Very well. One said DSTV.
In fact, his meetings with the telcos at that
TikTok.
I remember watching one on Airtel Tigo for. Now almost share how strong their signal is.
Okay.
And the screen was there. Dashboard no why. On your money now go through, and they saw areas almost network in what form, and all of this was on TikTok.
And yeah, no kwa.
And on I say transparent.
And yeah, no kwa. The subsequent engagement biano Oma update on Facebook. And then the traders will become a trader and team follow.
Okay.
But Facebook no me follow no pa. He has consistently been in connection with the public and inform one more utu. And he promised the outcome of our meetings or dinner. And he has done that.
What's the justification for the direct TV?
You see, and what is the justification for DSTV maintain this outrageous price against the Ghanaian people? Matisse and Crawford say, it will dissuade investors. In as much as we need investors to come and invest and
to
help
discourage
us
investors.
We must also protect the Ghanaian consumer against undue exploitation. Obi to Nigeria, $26. Ghana $86, almost $100 of the same premium services.
Yeah.
Bibi. No, meba utam son wabem. Men am from. Does it add up?
Ethiopia.
And the exchange rate are okay. The cost of our services well, when we can all do this. You're checking for 20 from the past 30 years from Oba. If that is the case, that means Oba in the early 1990s, right? You're checking for 1990s now, ABC 2016. How was the cost of their services? And then for 2016, ABC 2020, how was the cost of their services? If there was a period that Kawasa investors a journey free Ghana, it should have been an NDP era. Dr. Kokoateng, Engine Group of Companies CEO, was it 2022 and 23 and 4, particularly 2024, was the worst year for him as a businessman. He nearly folded up. That was the new one someone who account. Sadiq Adams, right? He's the morning show host. Yeah. Why won't you Sadiq Adams? Sure. Yes. On your interview, one now can I and now your tenure. Oh, such a people are more created that draconian, unfriendly, and hostile business environment. And it's oppressing investors who come. The same even kill Ghanaian businesses. You are here crying more than a bereaved and seeking to support the company and say, well, because it's a choice. Yes, it's a choice, but you must regulate it. Say sex is a choice, maybe what? Let me call HIV so.
I said a consequence.
Fine, a consequence.
The consequence.
Good. Me yare o man be jam se me hu ana.
Na ye ma hu na o hu fa so.
Me kwa ko jimro, usika ne be to ndu na ba. But the sex is a choice.
Now let me ask you a practical question. For instance, John Dramani Mahama who said DSTV e bo aban ka no. O ma directive.
Sure.
Muntwam.
Yes.
One can't show me say ne board intimo prices so.
Bibi.
Or no na auto service no we twam.
That's it.
Why won't the minister say many DSTV for Shiaka almost all money Ghana for at this point? I think you have to join me. Let's boycott DSTV.
He can't do that because there are laws and regulations in Ukruma. President Mahama directive no, or certain areas that are that directive.
98.9.
For example, Happy FM, Mamohwe DSTV. President Mahama cannot direct you not towards DSTV.
Yeah, so what is within your control?
Fine. What is within the control? The public institutions, okay, that have been operated by the budget of the government of Ghana.
The minister says he's fighting for Ghanaians.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear for saying Chambo.
You see,
now also company
means a bit not to serve for no. Fine. I think that you can see that directive, that explanation further from the minister. But ministers don't work with advice; they work with the law, right? And the agencies under them are also in existence by virtue of a legal creation.
Is there a law? NCA the operator HSNC will to me over prices so, or especially with satellite television. Is there a law you can?
I can't give an explicit answer to that.
Okay.
But what I know is the National Communication Act, Electronic Communication Act, and I have to verify. Okay. I have to verify and check their content before I can give
98.9.
But see, let me come to the. But let me conclude by saying that Minister Bonibia, what he is doing, he's operating with the law. He has engaged them. Or say even until say 7 from Besono, he's still open for further negotiation. And to DSTV, any minister engage further. Now they all say omo etumi.
Okay.
But the government have a duty to protect the Ghanaian consumer against undue exploitation.
Very well.
Bibi.
Now, Bibi, TM, MPP on. I am so shocked.
Over what?
Say, Fifi Deka Haka say. One communication director Becca Santi, he knows more than all of us here combined. What do you mean by that statement? But let me tell
as far as the topic is concerned.
Topic by who or topic Ukruma? Bibi.
Amaliba.
Oh. As someone near dancing.
But we are aware, say, Fifi didn't say, I have been in Bibia chain. A specific to the allegations some party the company because
he didn't need to make that statement explicitly.
Happy FM.
No, Sabi, I'm a bad first. And now, or a member of the communications team. And he feels to say, the boss.
I just have mischief.
Oh, I got mischief. I just want us to be fair to ourselves.
We are very fair, pa. But okay.
The boss, a casa dia, and one.
Yes, he knows that all of us here.
On this matter.
Yes. Fine. What does he know?
He knows what
he has given us.
Don't allow him to interject me. Bibi.
Go ahead, sir.
What in MPP uno?
Debut.
MPP is dying because of social media.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Good. Go and check their campaign from 1992. ADBC 2016, anytime they're in opposition. Go and check it. Yanti se Rollins no moja. Yanti. Se Rollins ewo dan ewo mpoase. Yanti.
Any man too.
Kankan nyame na meti adanse gromisa. Me meti wo ante.
Ase kankan nyame de Kwame Nkrumah.
Kankan nyame Kwame Nkrumah time. Yanti ni na. Ma menja hokura no 2016. Before the election, se me Yanti Nkrumah. Se Mahama koji Ford car a bribe. Where there was no proof. Where there was no proof to it. And the car that President Mahama received was added to the national pool.
But he received it.
No number 3 card say no. Can I continue? Can I continue? Can I continue? No number 3 card say no.
No a topic in Hukra.
And you say Mahama own fleet of ships Tokyo port. Yante.
Please.
Say Mahama akoto dan okuta hotels Dubai. Yante.
98. I mean, you said a journalist for being a
journalist, no. It came from the MPP. The smear campaign, no, these were part of it. Systematic orchestration to demonize people. Hey, MPP won. They survive on Enchantoso. See a trust a pa with your some show up Bibia with way. Yeah, Pamata dear show. Yeah, be Pamana Manako
EpaHoaDaben.
What do you be NJ? And it's a bunny and tropas and Kofu in intra. They're number 1. Today they are running from their own shadows. Okay, Verden gangs. Okay, Omo.
Yeah.
Okay, Verden gangs. One more dear married deal issue a buy. Say government of Ghana accord to America $510 million, right?
Yeah.
Ha. So scandal should do. Verden gangs this is no buy. The MPP fed on it and made noise when they came to power. What happened to America?
Okay, so
they end up negotiating it.
So
in this case,
the allegation is that MPP are contracted a Ukrainian firm maybe someone yes smear campaign against Mahama. The party says it never happened. BBS NCA evidence suggests BB size way.
2020, yeah, Betuaba.
Yeah.
And Tracy Boache and Miss Bell and your Monsem social media. Uncle Campapano, Ombo Mahamadi.
Omse Papano.
Ombo Mahamadi. So to your papa, my boy. Fifi or to your papa.
98.9.
Kennedy Japan, ya or ye MPP aspirants is ya.
Took the matter.
Flagbearer aspirant. Took the matter up. Could you know Kumasi Bantama? Dear son, Share Mahama, say Mahama, Papano. Say Mahama Toka, Adiamamba, is the gone. Can you bring a picture of those cars? Smear campaign, be where way. Bibi. Smear campaign, power way.
Say MPP best smear campaign. Must they go to Ukraine?
Fine. Well, I am giving you a historical trajectory.
Okay.
On why you will feel some so they need a foreign backup. This information free outside the bar. Oh, see, foreign company when they cast us some in their farmer hammer. For example,
ABCS.
You see, do we even need to establish that?
Say, I don't know who says something no cry, not saying no cry. Was there a foreign newspaper or news outlet to be a 2024 campaign? A negative story be about Mahama.
I haven't checked it. Perhaps
maybe you would have known. You are a political communicator.
But it depends on the content and person microphone. And also they fear for their credibility, and they couldn't also do that.
Then they wouldn't have been asking for 200.
Do you get it? Or some year before for me, I can't tell. But Bibi, that desperation and the phobia of Mahamaphobia, the political Mahamaphobia that threatened the MPP conscience from the day President Mahama became a candidate of the NDC again towards 2024 elections till the day he was sworn in office. MPP, President Mahama continued to terrorize them even when he was in opposition. And he ebedu bribia eba no say MPP ni kasa want to know about Mahama ni wom. Mahama ni ba lomoto ni wa wona kakai. Akufo ko je campaign so. Mont say Mahama Akufo government. That's unpardonable. That's unforgivable.
Say trough wo bibi o friend typographical error there.
Typographical. Baby error. Sigmund Freud Becker say according to that's psychoanalytical theory Becker there's nothing like a slip of tongue. Ni paro de wala dirimu no. And the people no ba. So inti mahama tete nkrofo na ma bibi. Yen se bi na make makacho. But it got to a time that even assassination on Mahama became an option. Yes. There is a military officer or a penny or Kumasi. Oh, I'm even wondering under this government. What was second call that's I'm wondering. Do you get it? When I'm new MP4 here, it was part of that destabilization agenda. Nobody said about it. Eko Boku. Why no call here? Chance do boy in no jira court or court. That's a signal bureau. Or former MD. He did that. Said you know why. Said you Abari, that imposter rival chief from Nakobokuno. They did that. You know what these guys did? Baby. Okay, so I'm discussing. I am privy to certain intelligence report. I can't reveal them on radio. And to me, knowing the MPP carefully, I will never discount this. Okay. However, I like where you ended it. Where you ended it. We are waiting for the company to publish the details to us. I want for evidence what we need. And someone for the Afro we can also ignore that entirely. Also, we know be a kasa. Yeah. But only Nipan permission to put his name on air. And Nipan no tia someone na kana. And should them. Into this message is mo fi say ni mo na. Fi no go as na we take position. 86 MPs.
Any increment aban dia makoko for. Fi
topic Bernard Makrachi.
The medema only be allegations of smear campaign.
I'm confused. Say then come on.
Say will be a cranny pen and a paper. No,
I sometimes baby guide him kakra.
Let alarm be a paper.
Oh, paper and the question. I will be children the house.
Say well, you will be a who can be be an effort.
I could be a bomb. I don't know. And going to show it, to show the same.
Why you born here for the court? I cook police station statement. Bakuna deal on your school. Bakuna so the no copy and the 50 or any piano.
Bibi, na we are some who can there me ma shimi kakra. O say price na fi 3,000 at the kwa he.
3,100 to 3,228.
From the 128 na account.
Account why?
Oh, me sure say go poku ya we.
Oh, finance minister announced.
Hey.
Dr. Tufos in the announcement in the buy.
Oh,
he even added crisis. This is supposed to boost the confidence of cocoa farmers.
As a fifi can do. Every no agri minister. And you know the Unibaco finance minister.
Political communication.
I think I make us answer. So Becca, just before the election, you know. Yeah, to move fee. My main share me notes so now. Yeah, to move fee. I think back then, the price was 2,070 cities.
Okay.
And at 2024, 2025, September, no, you had to move about 3,000 cities. Just before election, in here, about 3,001. No. Now, 3,000 from 2017, about 3,000. No. Mathematics be kupuku be yo TV so. HN said, no, says the car we need there. It's yes, farmers, no. Yama farmers require 4,000 there can say show. Yeah, can cause you farmers in Yabotre. Omo ba, what they are interested most is say a bino e wo ka bia your bo cocoa no. Yeah. A binding ye say obeye or the cocoa be business. A binding interest for cocoa farmers because cocoa farmers need ya or many nyina be di. Inti no mo de cocoa no mo de kono. Omo yi omo cost ni fi mu a. Any sabi mwaka crop de ma cocoa farmers if scanner Kenya na omo de ma cocoa farmers. Inti at the time na ye this 3,000 ye defeat 2,070 akọ 3,000. In fact, 100. Wo hwe cocoa ntumu a ebin seed sada. Apart from I think somewhere 2022 I defeat 800 and also called 1,000 and 1,308. Enya grow. Ba ye nnuanu mu de wo hwe omo time no. Say ya no tututu cocoa nim. Omo timi ebi okro omo timi tiso. Because 2011 no about 2012 almost so 2012 equal 2013 almost so 2013 equal 20 sa maintain price from Between 2013 and 2016, the price was there at 62 cedis. Then you buy the page for 475 cedis. Oh, but for 128 there, say no missy job no. Na me gin this say.
Now we expecting 128.
Debbie. Because as and then what's the price on the world market no?
On
in
the
dollars.
world market, a ton, $8,401.
$8,401.
Yeah.
A ton, how many bags in the womb? I think 40 something.
Thereabouts.
46.
Hey. Nah, $8,000 a ton. What they multiply in the CK crowd? One some rating here.
10.
10 points, BB1. 10.2 crowd, that's 85,000 per ton.
Yeah. Happy FM 98.9.
It's kind of too much. 128 cities. Oh, Crawford, dear. Well, yeah, the name, sir. In some of catch a Ghana food in a Baku crane home beats me. The beer in home beats me. There's nothing new the NDC has in store for Ghanaians. Nyama beer the who MPP yeah, they can improve on it. All they can do is to talk. Yeah, in the MPP, we've decided say we want to give time. You per se how you per se more time. Because in so more some na be chichiro sa. Because cocoa prices mudi ye de sa sami Jenfi ekotena Sempa FM. One here do free in crash say or chep one here do so nim chi wo
EpaHoaDaben.
Cocoa board ho. Oh. Ki can some and near the mama hwe mudi 128 cedis. Oh mbreko na mo inflation cry say. 128 cedis am there do so. Well, and to Ghana for Ankasa because you were presented with the choice and you made one. So,
George.
Baby.
They will afford the only moment sitting in Mupa.
Maybe didn't the George. Now George meaning
is a farmer. Yeah.
But baby, a bain be or beba. I would one city crab to cocoa farmers who cram a bonabaso.
Okay.
Ye dear my bratche. Cocoa farmers.
Or mine did you watch it.
Papa. So so be do cocoa. We enye easy and that for more. Nenso no. Cocoa scholarship ba. One word of cocoa no. Amudi assume gone more than 50 years in no. Omumba nyebi.
Happy FM
98.9. Say enne. Cocoa bag ba kukra no. Esi 6,000. Ankenye wanwa.
Sir Minister Corvetting, a great minister Corvetting, we send cocoa prices more send corno. The papa mukrank or sank it me for 6,000 per per bag.
Like I said,
that I need do $5,000 you.
So, but sir, a crafty, I'll make cocoa farmers.
Yeah.
Omuna, ya show muso sa. Go da yenya wo maimo ambuaye yo. Oh,
ye ni ehu so hwe.
Sa oyela yenya wo maimo no. Eno so ambuaye yo. Ne so hwe koko adwuma we di e de aboa oman. Ne so no when it comes to cocoa farmers Enshomu ye. Godgisburg time na ye di sikan eye cocoa farm no. And net 21st century and that's so the sikan eye cocoa. But she sika cocoa e di bre omai.
To which 128 in your own.
Me say one city crown president mama di two so crown wayade. You say ebi ehye no ma na otutu bi a ebini
otutu
ebini ente no president me bo wa so na wenche bia san increase no e ma won esa say bibi nyina ayeti se nya koko a anka bia studio ayeti enti nso mu ne embu o mo enti be stress aban bia obebe bia no wo de wanye hwe kra no hwe koko farmers ma koko farmers embo si na se koko farmers ebo si a wa ban ya be kai no de bia enti odi 128 almost 130 and atuso president da wasi na yesi wo da ase a ɛna wo san yɛ den
98.9
say yɛmfa bebree nso yɛ den ɛmbɛka wo
128 cities na adana ase
fifi 1 city koraa na ɛsi ɛda na ase
obi di over 1,000 ato so one ti sɛ wo da na ase
fi sɛ 1 city koraa na ɛsi ɛda na ase na wɔamfa bi nso anto so koraa mɔmɔ ebia 128 no ɛna wo check ne saa sɛ nyɛ sika by calculate sɛ wo cocoa bottle bɛyɛ 30 128 times 30 na bɛyɛ an wɔn sɛ sika bebree saa
cocoa ne do ɛdin o
ɛna me kan sɛ ɛyɛ dwuma a ɛyɛden nti sɛ ɛyɛ 6,000 koraa ne ɛmɔ mo a ankɛnyɛ hwee nanso kra mu wɔsi abasa ɛna president sɛ mede 120
cocoa yɛdua bɔdeɛ wɔ cocoa na se
fi ɛnɛ yɛasɛ yɛ asase ma yɛde yɛ galamsey cocoa a aboa man more than 100 years yɛde asase no yɛ galamsey
that one is true
so
into discuss who discuss say mama you encourage them to sell to the galamsey
98
was it the 128 akani sika
president baye anya 8 months ni ana 7 months ni
na you buy na yes you two cocoa mu 2017 you buy na
isi bibi oni made ba ko
bisoka
politics won o penyansafo pa won o opposition
George made us say mameko amaleba wa wasre wa chiri sa
bibi
amaleba
we put a publication way from Ghana Web.
Okay.
Thursday 27 February 2025.
Oh yeah.
68 billion Ghana cedis as ECG. 32.5 billion at Cocoa Board. Mahama list debt left behind by the NPP government. Now, the Cocoa Board name. I mean, read the way for the purpose of emphasis. Okay. The president further disclosed that Cocoa Board has an outstanding debt of 32.5 billion inherited from the previous government.
EpaHoaDaben.
The Cocoa Board, the hope of cocoa farmers, is also highly indebted. Its balance sheets indicate a total debt of 32.5 billion, of which 9.7 billion is due to be paid by the end of September 2025. He explained that in 2023-2024 crop season, Cocoa Board was unable to supply 333,767 tons of cocoa, which had already been sold at $2,600 per ton. Okay, as a result, the then management rolled over this contract into 2024-2025 cocoa season, which means that season we are buying a deca beside the 2 billion no money to onu. I buy the cocoa 333,767 tons. I was say this year tisa cocoa no and the comma contract almost signed to onu. In addition to that, also then he revealed that Cocoa Rose commitment alone total 21.7 billion Ghana cedis, of which 4.4 billion is included in the total debt of 32.5 billion.
What point in saying?
NTBB.
Yes, sir.
The situation that the NDC came to meet. Otiaka cocoa ase. What do cocoa da? Bibi, ya woman cocoa ase. Adanse grum sa ho ne afuo. Me story am tie no krampo se ma me okoso cocoa. Anadwo na wo kan no de ne ko grum sa ene ko wo me.
No e cocoa ba anka.
No cocoa ba pa. Then last week, let me call Lumba Nyuma some actually. I had to go to and a pub by 5 o'clock. It will be Boko Sabrina to need us to one. I told you the Diano.
Okay.
So, Udia, no, if you fear a Mokuya to me to be, and Proko to me, Bibi, only no Proko, only Mokuya. So, and Tibonsa Cocone was spaces I was a wolf funeral. Hi, Sansa Cocone, if you fear, and a cosroa, a bit me than the flowers. It's why and so. It was so picture and any day. If film, next space a banner 80 minutes so. And the Udia, the baby fin the more bay year, and to me, then, I'm like space 1 year in a year. And then you do a familiar fellow for general. Okay. Because the cocoa funny do body of them. Cocoa plantation. And yes, the pet and rear and was yet. So, and the cocoa baby esino ejira years aso no eyas asebere a cocoa no jana na so pa no cocoa na see na mpo ye to da ehwire nim obetima nante be say how to cycle na hu ehwire ba cocoa na say. Do you know what that means? It means you actually cocoa na say a ehwire ntimi ye so me nim ne meka ne matra kwakura do cocoa o ka che me nim ne meka enti odua cocoa odua body and cocoa na sia so it cannot work baby mama
there's variety of cocoa mo dia ba say I have by yes several
baby cocoa no udua ayen ketua lo betima dua body
yanko anim to the price
but e na nim ne de cocoa in fact odu cocoa fu no de bayre ade betima de we bayre now the body come out with the passage of time body then kasa na be feel phone that's how it is but when situation na NDC about beto cocoa road dey jam omo how many kilometers on by your body can none in addition to that what me to cocoa no okoje bosia o now they are beto cocoa no based on the projection farmers to produce kwampo mane bro total quantity are expected of tonnage within that crop year no. There were 2 major crop years within the cocoa season of the year. Now, what near to office? Ato cocoa, aton, aboka, 32 billion. Yeah, no kwa cocoa rose kankwano. What addition 27 billion ya to?
A Cannington and Mutim just by 128.
See, Bibi, the cocoa sector is complete mess.
Okay.
Yeah, before them, yeah, my cocoa farmers in free fertilizer. Fungicide, our friend anonym, so anonym. Good. A root this have been shoot to turn out. Cocoa no elsewhere. So fungi I don't to me attack cocoa crop. That's a beans no. So you're funny cocoa get no say. Say as affected what food now, Bibi. Cocoa no be so bad there now so better in egu. And also one of the major cause of losses to the garden cocoa farmer. And it was free. Fertilizer were free. Mobile training now. And more increment how can and what more the galam say ascensuring na people were buying water in order to spray on cocoa farms. More no more the cocoa assem. Let me tell you, this 128 no Oliver Twist na kai we still ask for more.
Yeah.
But at the moment, if in the wisdom of government, abane say cocoa afui, they met him their money. I have no doubt at all that NDC under President Mahama in your 4th year, no cocoa one back, I'll do 5,000.
4th year. No matter if you decans Meda Georgia for last George, for a General Secretary Emma Ghana Freedom Party, Fifi Deka, a member of the MPP's communication team, and of course Haruna Maleba. Kasa Emma the NDC. Gentlemen, Madam, I say,
yes, that's so fair.
And come on,